That's what I'm waiting on. Okay, we are live on all three now. Come on, give me a notification. There we go. Put this on Do Not Disturb first. Okay, there we go. Yeah, because oh my gosh, somebody
Every time.
it's been paused and it'll kick me off of the live stream. I'll be like, oh my gosh, that did not just happen. That did not just happen. The first time it happened, I didn't know how to hurry up and fix it.
Right. Yeah, you're scrambling. You're like,
People was hitting me up like, hey, I don't see nothing no more. I'm like, just a second, just a second, just a second. Okay. Tag y'all in it.
Are these comments and stuff coming up on the side as well?
Yup. That's why I need the Dre Hood. Dre Hood already watching.
Dre.
What's going on, y'all? Just a second. I'm getting these getting everything going. Okay. Say should have just tagged you in there. Okay, I got Hive Holistic, Alberto, Hunter, all tag. Available for y'all to share. Sweet. And 3, 2. Hello, world. Thank you for tuning in. Today is December 27th, 2024. We have much to discuss with Chris the Boss. Should I hit it now?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
That was nice.
That's the vibe of it today.
It's your boy. What's up, motherfuckers? Communication's a must. To a long-term success, that's the route that I trust. And all we miss, you come back to hit us till we sit and think about it. We got much to discuss. Yeah, communication's a must. To a long-term success, that's the route that I trust. And all we miss, you come back to hit us till we finally try to fix it. We got much to discuss.
And yeah, but
Yes.
put the camera on that. Can I?
Ooh.
One more time, just because y'all missed it. Hold on, one more time. The vibes is everything in here. Yeah, y'all hear it, y'all see it. Get it back on.
Cleansing the energy from across the screen.
Cleansing. I'm getting my energy cleansed, man. My energy, just my health, man. My energy ain't been right because of my health, man. Come up here for a little positive healing.
That's right.
For real. This and every episode is sponsored by Flower of Life. Hey, I appreciate you, Flower. Yes, Monday through Friday, we have happy hour, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Yo, go check that out. 20% off store wide. Yeah, 20% off. That 20% off won't hurt. Make sure you take advantage of that Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have, oh my gosh, we got all kind of deals. We got ounces starting at $20. We got shake ounces starting at 29 at 2 for 50. Tried to say it in my Mr. Allen's voice. Yeah, we got it all. We got it all, man. We got $10 misfits. We got all kind of stuff going on that Flower. Y'all make sure we got some very, very, very special deals going on between December 30th and January 2nd, 3rd, January 2nd, the first couple days in January, January 2nd and 3rd, something like that. Let me go back and check on it real quick. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all get up there ASAP. Basically, I can't remember exactly what it is, but December 30th through January 3rd, go up there and get you some more discounts because we running them. Flower of Life, 1401 East Stewart Avenue. Make sure you come through, especially if you're new. We got something for you. Hey, shout out to those in the comment sections. I appreciate y'all waiting. We got Dre Hood. What's going on, Hood? Flint City Times. Yo, what's going on, Rob? Shout out Mr. Allen.
Shout out.
You heard me over there, Rob. Man, he said, but more importantly, Flower of Life. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Flower. Shout out to Flower getting us right. Now, like I was saying in the beginning, looking for a little healing. Um, we have another special guest. Couple of them. And with tonight's guest, it's very special to me since I've met them. Man, the energy is so genuine, always coming from a place of positivity, place of healing. And that's what I've seen. That's what I've seen from them a lot. In the little time they have spent impacting, well, little time that I know of. Probably we go get to know way more that they've been doing in the community. It's just been a little time that I've been aware. So we're about to raise awareness and learn a little bit more, especially when it comes to some good, genuine, holistic healing. Everybody, please give a warm welcome for first time on Much to Discuss,
Yes.
Hunter Alberto, representing Hive Holistic. What's going on, my people?
Hey, what's going
Welcome
on,
Hunter and
Chris?
Alberto to the show.
Thanks,
Hive
Chris.
Holistic, y'all.
What's going on, everybody out there?
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, thanks for coming, man. Thanks for coming. It's an honor to have you on the show. It's an honor to have. I almost feel like I should be holding this. Like, I don't know. Let me put it down. I keep looking at it. I keep looking at it, wanting to hit some more guns.
Every time there's a dope moment.
When it
Yeah,
comes
every
through,
time-
Yeah, when it comes through, give it a
Yeah,
rip.
every time.
I'm gonna
Hey,
take my shoes off.
Flint City Times says, "Hey guys,
Hey.
yeah." Shout out to Rob Cost.
Yeah, we're excited to be here and thank you so much for your sweet words, your kind words.
Oh, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. I
Appreciate
appreciate you. I don't want to have your phone lost in between the couch. Yeah, we appreciate you. You guys have been like truly like trying to assist and help like anyone you come across finding out their life or what's going on. You guys have like been genuinely trying to see how you can help, help with healing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Like we were just talking before the show started, getting away from all that BS, like the pills and all that. Find
Yeah.
a more natural way of healing. Like we need that. We need that badly. And then that's why we're gonna expand on that. Fifi said, "Love you guys.
What up, Fifi?
What up,
Love you
Fee?
too, Fi.
We miss you.
Yeah, yeah.
For
See,
real though.
yeah, y'all. If y'all got any comments for the Hive, y'all drop them. Y'all drop them in the comment section. We go talk about it all. We go talk about it all here on
I was
Much
trying to
Discuss.
drum with Fifi again. I'm trying to drum with her again.
Oh yeah, Fifi was in here drumming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
And
drum
she
thing
was
called?
singing and all sorts of things.
Oh, Fee always ready to sing.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to hug her again.
Yeah. Fee always ready to sing now. So Fee keep the vibe. She was just telling me before I got here, she been working on some new stuff.
Yeah, she's got a beautiful voice. And
She
a unique.
Yeah, she working on some new stuff to come deliver in y'all space.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
She been talking about doing some more performing through the Hive. So
yeah.
Yeah.
we working.
We working.
Yeah, great vibes always. Yes, they always got some great vibes. That's why we're here. That's why we're doing it here. Yeah, the vibes. If y'all like just coming through the doors, it smells so good walking in here, y'all. I'm like, I almost forgot what I was here for. Damn, it smells so good when you walk in here.
You're
Like,
like, okay, good, I'm here.
Like,
All right,
It's
we gotta do a
yeah.
podcast.
like just like the whole like whatever I'm dealing with or struggling with in my day. Like, as soon as you come through y'all doors, like the aura changes. Like, I almost forgot how much pain I was in when I walked through y'all doors. Like, or no, I'll be overthinking. Like, my mind always on whatever I'm dealing with in that moment.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like coming in here is just like it's like taking you away from all your problems and your bullshit. Almost. I
Well,
like,
you caught the intention that it is here all the time. Like one of the first things we do when we come in here is cleanse the energy and burn some stuff, smudge and it creates an open space, and I think it's really felt by everybody that walks through. So
yeah,
Yeah,
it
and I
is.
think it's like part of it too is like a big part of what I do or teach or whatever is to like get people out of their heads and
Yes.
back in their bodies.
Yes.
Mm.
You
Yes.
know,
Y'all
and
hear
so
that?
and so out your head, in your body.
Get out your head and your body. Yes,
And,
I need to write that down and put it on my wall or something on the mirror, because hey, that's the quote I need to live by right there. Get out your head and in your body. The Alpha Drew said, "Yo, what's
Hey.
going
Yo,
on?
Drew.
We got
What up,
Drew
Drew?
tuning in. We got billionaire boss baby Zaya Lene tuning in. Hey,
Oh, the baby,
what's
huh?
going on?" Oh yeah. She next up in the city making big moves.
I saw her performance at that something special event.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I
she
saw
was.
that.
Yeah.
I saw that girl.
Hey, Hunter seen you spit. She seen you
Shoo.
spitting them bars. Seen you spitting them bars. She
For
caught
real.
me off guard rapping too. I'm thinking she just coming with the designer brand and
Mm-mm,
about the
she
model.
came hard.
She came
She came-
spitting.
Woo, she came all the way.
Oh,
She
Zaya
came all the
rapping
way for
too.
real. I arrived right on time. She was just getting on stage.
I'm
so.
mad. I'm mad. I missed it. I got there like right after. I'm like, oh my gosh, man.
I mean, to be honest,
Yeah.
you should be a little bummed you missed it.
Yeah, I
Like it
am.
was that good.
I am.
Really.
I am definitely. I am bummed out about that. And you right, Hunter. I should feel bad about that because I missed out on something
you shouldn't.
special. I missed out on something special.
You came through.
She
You came
said,
through in the
yes,
end.
I remember her. Yes, she said she seen you killing it. For real, for
Mhm.
real. Sean
For real.
that time said, keep it up, bro. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in, Sean. Here was some great people that I've met throughout this 2024.
For real.
Shoot, my first time meeting you guys, was it my first time here?
No, it was next. I think it was next door.
No, yes, I did
It
meet
was
you
a
next
poetry
door.
night or
Oh,
something.
really?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I was performing that night.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was
Was
yeah.
was that your showcase over there, or no? That was in Detroit or something like that when you were hosting, right? Or
It might have. I had a.
It wasn't Ashley's event.
no?
No, it was
Okay.
No, it was
We
it
met
was
at a
around the
poetry
same
night.
time.
Poetry event.
What month was Ashley's event? Was it July?
June. End
That
of
was
June.
June.
Yep. End
Yep.
of June.
That's when
So-
we like really, I feel like connected. But we met at a
Yeah.
poetry night.
Now that you mentioned
Next door,
that, I do
because
remember. Was it?
I wrote I told myself I'm gonna write a piece of
Oh, that was
poetry
the
and I'm
night
gonna
that you-
perform.
that
that
you
shit.
did it?
I
Okay.
challenged
Okay.
myself because I am not. It's
Was
been
that
a minute.
the night?
But
Did I pass out pre-rolls that night? Next door.
I don't
Don't
remember.
I feel like I
ask me.
passed
Don't
out.
ask
I
me.
feel like I
remember.
passed out pre-rolls at that show.
Yeah.
You know, I came over
It's
and was
definitely
talking
possible.
to you. Yeah, okay. I definitely remember that.
But
I
yeah, you
definitely
came
remember
up and I was like, dude, this dude's got some swag. He's out here walking around, and then you performed, and I was like, okay.
Oh, appreciate it. Yeah. And then I remember first talking to you guys, like formally being introduced at Ashley Kaylee's. Shout out to Ashley at Ashley Kaylee's event here that you guys hosted.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful
You
event.
came in and you got yourself comfortable. You was like you just came home. You know what I mean? You got right on this
Hey,
couch, kicked
hey,
off
for
your
real.
shoes.
Yes, this is that famous couch, y'all.
Yes,
this is the
we're,
couch.
we're back on the couch. Matter of fact, I'm not doing this right.
Oh, you
I
got
had
your
I had
shoes
to take
on
my
still?
shoes off
Oh,
too.
we
I'm like, I think it doesn't feel right. I got my shoes
Gotta
on.
take the shoes off.
I gotta take my shoes off, y'all. The vibes ain't right.
Welcome home, boo. Take them things
welcome
off.
home. I
Stay a
gotta take
minute,
the shoes.
you
off.
know.
This ain't-
And you know that event with Ashley was cool because
Like,
it
what-
was like a low key.
What this like Mr. Rogers doing?
We were. I
I don't remember the theme song, but it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yep.
take these shoes off and talk to y'all real quick. Yeah, should no shoes be allowed on this rug, on this carpet right here? Should no shoes be allowed? Throw that over there. Yeah. Okay,
now
we got some more comments going. I don't remember. Oh, well, what don't you remember, Rob? No, Flint City Times. Solid, yes. What's up? Tuned in. Gio, what's going on, Gio?
Hey, Gio.
Hey, Gio.
Yeah, we here with Hive Holistic Center. Our good friends.
All our friends are here.
Yeah,
this is so dope.
Right, I know, right? Everybody else tune in. Hey, whoever watching, share this real quick. Share it right quick. We need everybody to tap in right quick. For real, we coming from a place of healing, dealing with the Hive. Jeremiah, what's good, family? Jeremiah said, "Hey, family."
Hello, love.
Yeah, Jeremiah was probably hosting the event next door when I was performing that. Because Jeremiah hosted
it might have been.
He hosted a few of them. He be killing it.
Been.
Yeah, he be killing Jeremiah. Gonna make sure we have a good time. Let me see. Flint City Times said, I was poking fun at you handing out blunts. He said he missed it. Like, yeah, I didn't get mine. Hey, we got you, Rob. Don't worry. I ain't forgot. Romel, my boy, what's going on? Romel said, what's good, y'all? Heck yeah. Yeah, it was.
What were you saying? You were saying something about Ashley's event or something.
Yes.
Oh, I was just saying, it was kind of cool because it was like it was a little like underground event because we weren't even open yet.
Sure wasn't. That was before the grand opening.
It was like the soft open. It was like the first time we let anybody in the space.
Mm-hmm.
Man, hey, Sean said I missed out on the pre-rolls too. Look, I got y'all. We go get to y'all on the pre-rolls. I got you. Flower of Life. Gonna make sure everybody good. Yes, that was before the grand opening.
Mm-hmm. I was up till 2 a.m.
We were installing that
the night before.
Baskets. This is the day the basket ceiling got done, right?
Still hanging baskets on the ceiling at 2 a.m.
for Ashley's event.
Yeah, the night before because I wanted it to be ready for her and for everybody. You know,
it definitely was.
It was so
that was my first time stepping foot in here, and it was amazing. It was amazing. You got the seats, seats and everything.
Chairs.
Yes. Was these one of the chairs right here?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
know. I don't think we had those yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got an upgrade to the gold chairs.
We did get an upgrade.
Okay. Yeah. I love the vibes. Like as soon as I came in, everybody was just seeing that piece and just enjoying the moment.
Yeah. That's one of the most special things I think about the Hive here and Hunter's vision, because it's like this was all made by her mind and our blood, sweat, and tears. You know what I mean? And I think that's what people really feel that when they walk through the doors too.
Yes, that is true.
This was made intentionally. There was not just like we're throwing up some pictures on the walls that we got at Walmart or something. Like she scoured Facebook Marketplace, drove like an hour to find one plant or some shit. You know what I mean?
So many
what are you doing? Like
finding the treasured items, the sacred items in here. You know, we've got altars in each of the 4 directions and so many items that like support us energetically or spiritually or however you want, and sacred instruments and all sorts of things. And like, I just really wanted this place to feel like you got to your cool auntie's house and like you never want to leave. You know what I mean?
I felt them vibes.
Like you walk in, like you know the smell, because that's always what auntie's house smell like. Yeah. Like you can just come in and get comfortable. You ain't gotta fake nothing. You ain't gotta act like something you're not. You can just come as you are and like just be here.
That's true. That is very true. Trust me, I am an example of that. Oh man, every time I turn around, there's more comments. I'm so sorry, y'all. It looks like a chill spot. It is, Sean. Trust me, brother.
It's a good spot.
Trust me, brother. It's a very chill spot. Like she said, first time I came here, I kicked my shoes off when I seen the couch and the carpet. I'm like, oh man, I can't just walk on anything in here, man. Like the way they got it laced out, man, you gotta come correct when you walk in here. It instantly take you like you at auntie house or something. Like she said, like auntie don't play that. You better take them damn shoes off. Don't step on my rug.
Leave that shit by the door.
Leave that shit by the door.
There's a spot for that.
How he said, how comfy is the couch? Man, I got a profile picture from this summer. My
Full
first
laid
time,
out.
my first time coming in here. You can see how comfortable I was. I stressed out.
Got comfy.
I stressed out on this entire couch. My very first time here. That's how comfortable this motherfucker is. Fifi, Hunter Energy post through that place for sure. I felt safe there. Yes, I feel safe here too, Fee. You ain't lying.
Thanks, Fee.
It's in our mission statement.
That's so good.
I had to put that on the screen. Fifi said Hunter Energy post through that place for sure. I very much felt safe.
Every time I get the safe comment, like I could literally cry about it. Because that's what we need is a safe space. That's what this is a safe space.
Yeah, even for that first time I was here for Ashley, you guys, that was like doing that for her. Like I know she felt it. I know she felt it.
Yeah,
that was.
And I just I think that even just flies over people's heads because it's like, it's a safe space. You hear that word being thrown around a lot, but like, I feel like most people really truly don't know what that feels like, and they might not even have a frame of reference to be like, what does that really even mean?
That's why it makes me so emotional, like when people say that they feel safe here, because like there's really so few spaces, especially like in our area, where you walk in there and you feel safe, especially something that feels so safe that you weren't even thinking about if you felt safe until you walked in, and then you're like, damn, this is what
it feels different here.
I think that's what it
safe
was for me.
Feels like.
Yeah, that's what it was for me. That wasn't even on my mind. Like, where am I going to feel safe? And like it was all over my mind when I came in. It was like, oh man, like what is it about this place? Like,
I think I'm gonna kick my shoes off.
Yeah, like I think I'm gonna take my shoes off here. Like,
it's like it's not easy in this world to like find spaces you can just like relax. It's like for real relax, and also just be yourself.
That's what it
Fire
is.
says Shay Cobbs told me to say on this podcast that the reason the Hive is relevant is because you can be yourself here.
Hey,
yes.
That's a direct quote.
I was listening
from
to
Shay
you in Fire's voice too. Like when you were saying that, I'm picturing Shay say that herself. Like she don't be playing.
Yeah.
Hey, tell us that again. What Shay told you to say? Tell us that one more time.
Shay told us that that the Hive is relevant because you can be yourself here.
Yes, that's so true.
And
that is so true.
Yeah, man. We have all sorts of people come through here from all backgrounds and walks of life and different types of art and different stories and different heavy that they're carrying, And it's been more than amazing to watch it just like melt off people,
Yes.
And especially to melt off people that like for real, like they're they're kids that grew up in Flint, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Healing isn't like a cultural norm in our Black communities.
Yes.
Like getting spiritual outside of going to church is not normal.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Like taking care of your mental health, it's not normal.
Yeah.
In this community.
Yeah.
In this area. And so being able to provide a space where it's like cool enough and it's safe enough that people want to come.
Yes.
That people are like, well, shit, let me go see, let me go see.
Check this healing shit out. I don't know about it, but
but to really see so I've been in the healing world in different healing modalities for like 15 years. And I guess it'll be 16 in 2025. And
consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency.
I've been in this shit. Okay. I've been walking the talk,
Hey, we got a question for you, Hunter. What do you recommend for a sinus infection after the garlic and ginger?
I mean, the biggest thing honestly is steam. Yeah. Like hydrating and like go in the bathroom, turn on your shower, like get it as steamy as you can, or if you have a humidifier, like sitting by that. Because really what happens after you start healing the bacterial or whatever is going on it's dry from you blowing it. It's irritated from you blowing it. It's irritated from all your mucous membranes. So
that steam kind of like help forces it out.
The steam is going to re-moisturize your sinus cavities, which takes away just a ton of the discomfort and makes it easier to just...
I felt Angel pop into my mind with this neti pot with maybe a little bit of...
If you can stomach it, do a neti pot.
It's rough, but
look it up.
It's like something. It's like a little thing
you pour a teapot. Listen, this is crazy, but it works. I can't do it. I can't personally do it, so I don't know. That's why I didn't recommend it. But
I've done it. I'll do it.
But I do know it works, and I know a lot of people who do it. I just get too like in my head about it. But anyways, you like pour water out of like a teapot in your nose. And it comes out your other nostril and like literally clears your sinus cavities with saline solution.
Yeah, like a saline, or I think even sometimes, I don't know if he puts like colloidal silver in there sometimes, but even just the straight water by itself flushes it one way, put it in the other way, flush it the other way.
You've done that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
How many times have you done that?
In my lifetime, I've probably done it 5-10 times.
He barely ever gets sick though, so that's probably the same amount of times he's been sick in that way.
Oh man, that's we need to take some more notes from Alberto. So like, did it get easier after the first time you tried that?
The first time is definitely going to be the most awkward, weirdest feeling. You're like this, and everything in your body is like, this is wrong. You know, that means this shouldn't be going up this way. It's supposed to be going out, but the relief afterwards, like if you have sickness or whatever and you haven't been able to like breathe out your nose for a long time, the feeling afterward is always worth it. So you know what I'm saying? Like we always talk about here, lean into that discomfort that you might be feeling and try something new, because it might just be what you need.
And
but don't ask me about no nutty pot.
But don't ask Hunter about the end of the net.
Don't ask me about it. I just can't. I don't know. What it'd even be about.
Thank you for that question, Legina.
I love the questions.
Legina is out of there in out in Nevada. I think she's in, I want to say Reno.
Okay, we got some good friends in Reno.
I think she's in Reno. We met in Las Vegas.
Biggest little city.
I'm going to have to come with you. Yeah, Sean, come through, man. Come through. I'm gonna be dealing with the Hive a lot in 2025, man. Come through. I call you, bring you up here with me. Trust me, man. You go feel that peace. You definitely go feel that peace. Zaya was laughing at us. Let me see what different kind of holistic you all promote. Good question, because that's something I was. Legina, have you seen my notes?
Okay. Who's doing the interview here, Legina?
Legina asking the question I was so about to ask y'all. Thanks, Legina.
She about to take your job.
Yeah. What different kind of, and that's kind of the question I was gonna ask based off of what you were just going with, like taking us back to like your vision in the first place and how it all began for you. And you said it's been going on about 16 years.
Yeah. So, I mean, really, I've been in the holistic healing world for all these years because I just was always weird, like from the very beginning. Like I could just sense things about people. I was like telling my parents about people and and I didn't really have any language. Like I didn't know anybody like me or like what I was experiencing, but I had just like an amazing mom who just believed me when I told her something, you know? And so I think for that reason, like I didn't get like disconnected from my intuition. Like I really believe we're all born with it. You know, we're all born with being empathic, being able to connect to another person and feel what's going on in them. But we get taught to not trust our intuition and not to trust what we're picking up. We get told that, oh, that's a crazy story or whatever. And those little ways when we're a kid, like teach us we can't trust ourselves.
I agree.
And so when I was like 16, well, really when I was 14, but whatever, when I was 16, I really started doing some different studies and healing work with some owners of a metaphysical shop that used to be in Burton. And I started learning like words for what I was experiencing. Like I started learning about energy and, you know, energy work and clearing and Reiki and all this different stuff. That's really where it started, was Reiki. And I got certified in that when I was 16 and started being the one, like these people were doing all sorts of kinds of healings that like now I don't even know exactly what they would have called the healings or what we were really we were doing. Like I was brand new. Like it might have been things that I would have said no to now. You know what I mean? To keep my energy protected. Because I think I went into a lot of spaces that like I was really open.
Yeah.
And we were dealing with some people that were really in some deep stuff, you know, and healing that. And it was like I was the one that kept everybody grounded. That was my job in the room. So
now, did you start with like practicing with yourself, trying to help yourself, or like you went straight into helping others once you started to learn this about 14, 15 years old?
I mean, I definitely received a lot of work myself from other practitioners, and then also practiced it on myself. Like that's kind of part of the trainings are doing it on yourself at the same time. As you're learning to do it on other people, you're also learning to do it on yourself.
Yes.
And just getting in tune with the energy of it and the feeling of energy flowing through your body, because it does, and it is all the time.
Yes.
And so it's really just like training yourself to be more aware of how it's moving, to be able to tap into how it's moving in someone else, and to allow yourself to become like it's not from you, it's just through you.
Yes.
And so, yeah, I mean, I started helping in healings, assisting other practitioners in healings pretty much immediately as well, because everybody was kind of just like, we don't think you really realize who you are, and you need to just get in here. And so I did. And it was like they would be doing some kind of energetic work on the people, and I would be making sure that they were grounded and safe energetically. So
young.
Yeah, I was. But I've always been this really just this old soul, you know.
So
I feel
real old soul.
I feel ancient in this mug, for real. Like
I think that's a plus. I've been told I've had an old soul most of my life, and it's worked out. It's worked out in my favor.
Yeah. I love it. You know, I'm able to connect with. I think part of being an old soul is you can connect to any type of person.
Yes.
You know, because you have a wisdom that goes beyond this life experience right here.
Yeah, yeah, you can. I've talked and I've conversed with all kinds of people. People you wouldn't even want to converse with. I've had conversations with them.
Oh, me too.
But yeah.
Oh, me too. And so, okay, but I want to answer the question, I guess, which is like, what kind of holistic healing do we do now? Like, how do I skip from that to here? Right.
Oh yeah, that was on the question.
Yeah, but okay, so when I was 16, I started doing like, I don't know what really, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know really what I was doing with them, but I was doing it.
Yeah.
And I was seeing and feeling things that I had never got to experience before. And hearing all these different, just like that there were other people who felt and seen the shit that I did. And that made me go like, oh my God, like I want to learn everything now. Yeah. Like now that I know that I'm not crazy and I'm not the only one, now I want to learn from everybody. And I want to learn from all the different cultures and all the different wisdom keepers that are like the older ones, the ones who know the ancient ways, you know? And so that's like what I've done. I mean, I like never stopped studying. I have a list of modalities that is like, you know, but
what about here? What about the Hive?
I do think I'm getting there. So I learned how to do like theta healing, which is reprogramming limiting belief systems. I've studied like what everybody calls now somatic type of healing, which is using the body to move to release trauma that's stuck. I've studied all sorts of trauma release techniques. I have learned how to facilitate cacao ceremonies. Berto and I work with couples together, doing kind of a blend of connection practices and nervous system reset and tantra. And yeah, so I do all these things, but now what I do is a lot more intuitive. I don't think so hard or try so hard to say I do this or this or this, because really I'm a deeply intuitive being, and my superpower is really getting in there and uncovering what it really is that's got you fucked up.
Yeah.
Not what your mind is telling you, because our mind is tricky.
Because what was that quote you had at the beginning? Get out of your mind.
Get out of your mind and into your body.
Into your body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what was you just named a nervous system? What was it called?
I just said like nervous system regulation. Yeah.
Yeah. What? No. Can I want to ask like specifically details on that? Can you dive more into that?
Yeah.
Because I have only reason why I singled that one out of everything you named real quick, because I have a lot of nervous system issues with having spinal surgeries.
We're gonna do some shit.
Yeah. So I'm interested in hearing what that's about.
Yeah. I mean, the nervous system does so much to our like emotional bodies and our physical bodies, you know, and when our nervous system is not regulated, what that looks like is fight or flight. What that looks like is us thinking that we have anxiety, that we have depression, you know, we can't sit still. We can't just calm down and be present, because our mind is like, we got to fix it or get away from it or do something to stop the fast motion that is happening inside of our nervous system. And there's so many ways that you can regulate your nervous system, but one of the easiest, quickest ways is to breathe. And most of us don't know how to breathe. And what I mean is, like, of course we all know how to breathe, like we're breathing every day. What you mean we can't breathe, girl, right? But
let's say it again.
We don't breathe.
We don't breathe.
We breathe shallow and quickly.
Yes.
And so if you want to work on calming down your nervous system, which is like one easy first step, as many times a day as you can, take a deep breath and then take another one. And notice how often you're not breathing deeply. See how often in the day you can shift your breathing to something that feels deeper.
Might not even be breathing at all. Sometimes people be holding, you know what I mean? And it's just, there's energy that wants to flow through you. And if you're not letting it flow through you, it's stagnating.
It's like bouncing around
anxiety. In there. It's like, it needs to go. So everybody, and you know, you're not alone. Almost everybody is dysregulated at this point in time.
I see it all the time too. The holding your breath thing is wild. Like, you know, you ever seen a baby who, like, they're instead of crying, they're holding their breath to the point they turn purple in the face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen that.
And it's because they're not, like, it's weird, but it's like that child actually doesn't feel the safety it needs to feel to just cry. It's like already learned that at that point. If that's like how they always handle it when they get upset, is that like always turning blue instead of crying?
And that's right when they turn that scream into the next tier.
Yep.
Like when they hold that breath, they like,
and they just hold it in. Yep. And that's it. And we still do that as adults. Like, I see it all the time, like with almost every client that I ever do. Like, I do one-on-one sessions with people too, and almost every client at some point I have to go, I'm going to need you to breathe. Because they're having all these emotions come up as we start doing the energy work and moving stuff around. And they're like, I'm going to hold it in a little longer.
Oh, I can see that.
And you'll see them physically swallowing. You will see them big gulp, trying to swallow it down, trying to push it down one more time, the thing that is actively moving in their body and it wants to come up, and they tighten their jaw and they close their mouth and they're not going to breathe.
Yeah.
They're not going to let it move. And I just get over them and say, I'm going to need you to breathe. And they do. And usually after the breathing comes the tears or the yelling,
shakes,
or the shaking, or the whatever it is that needs to happen, that they're trying to swallow it down and push it down and keep it away. You know, we're so scared to feel our feelings. We're so taught that we shouldn't, especially everybody. I was going to say especially men, but really it's just different ways, right? Like women are taught to not be angry because that's not ladylike to not yell and be loud and throw a tantrum. And men are taught to not tap into the softer emotions, to not cry, to not
none of that. Yeah.
to not talk about it, to just carry on and, you know, hold it close to your chest and shit. And like, that shit's killing us.
It took me a long time to realize that wasn't healthy.
Yeah.
The whole time I was growing up, no, you a man, you're not supposed to do this. You a man, you're not supposed to do that. And then growing up, like that had your head like everywhere. Like now,
like what do you mean? I have feelings.
Yeah,
we all have
right.
I'm like, damn, am I not supposed to feel like this because I'm a man? Like, no, like everybody got feelings. Let that shit out.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a big part of what we do is just create as many spaces and opportunities as possible for people to feel their feelings.
That's actually created a lot of monsters into men.
Yeah.
Forcing them to like hold back so much and then finally just blow up. Yeah. It was like, damn, what was wrong?
Yeah.
You can only bury it for so long and then you got all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. The more you hold it in and push it down and shove it down and you know what I mean? Eventually shit's going to come out.
Yeah.
Eventually the shit's going to come out. And the more you hold it in and push it down and try to avoid it, the uglier it's going to come out.
Like all my health issues I was telling y'all about when I first got here, man, like 10, 15 years ago, I wouldn't have. Most I would have told y'all is I got asthma. Right. That's all I've been willing to tell people for so many years. I got asthma because that was one of the first things I've ever been diagnosed with. Like everything else is like, man, like I almost felt like I'm in the way with all my health issues and with especially like with family and like close family and friends always telling you, like you said, like, oh no, you a man, you just got to push through it. Like don't nobody care if you in pain, don't nobody care if you dealing with that. Like you man, you gotta hold you gotta hold it down for your family anyway. So just keep and you know, like ever since my first time attending therapy, first time I seen a therapist, my therapist was encouraging me to stop that and started to speak on it more. And so ever since I started to speak on it with my health, I have felt like a huge weight being lifted off of me. Like it makes things so much simpler if I just tell people what's going on.
You're raising your frequency, which is healing you.
Yeah, you know, and you said something about
there. You're speaking on it. You're letting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said something about like how you got to just like be there for your family anyway or whatever. I don't know what words you used, but like no matter how you're feeling. And I think like that's something that like I just want everybody listening to like hear is like your family, like your wives, like I guess this is to the men, like your wives, your girls, your kids, like we need you to be in touch with your emotions. We need you to do the work, to heal yourself and to feel your feelings. We need that. Like more than we will ever need you to keep shoving it down and making yourself sick.
Yes.
You know, like we need you healthy. And to be healthy, you can't hold everything in. Like stagnant energy that remains stagnant creates the physical illnesses in our body, you know? It's why there's like everybody knows being stressed out will make you sick.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I've me and many others found that out the hard way.
Yeah. And like what stresses a human being out more than never letting out the things that are hurting them, never allowing themselves to be like, you know what? This shit sucks right now and I'm having a hard time and I don't wanna be strong today. I want to fall apart today. And just feel it all and just be in it. And like, we need that. We need that from everybody in our community to like be willing to feel their shit, you know?
Feel your feelings. I think
like until you feel it, you cannot heal it.
I like
damn, that's
gotta
be
dropping bars. Hunter over here.
Got another couple bars for you.
Hey, Zaya Hunter about to be on stage with you. Hunter about to be on stage with you. She dropping some bars. Fifi said, had so much on my mental before I came. Then the moment I walked through those doors, I felt like a huge energetic hug. Hey, I talk to him.
Hug from my heart, baby.
Talk to him, Fee. I know exactly what you mean. That's how I was feeling. like I said, that I came in here late.
Yeah.
Me late, I know, right? I came in here late for the Sunday session, and then
and it was fine.
Then well, yeah, after I got here, but yeah, now I just first of all I appreciate y'all holding it down. Fifi,
Kanan held it
yeah,
down.
yeah, Fee and Kanan was here with y'all holding it down.
Yeah.
Shout out to the fam.
Yeah.
Kenzie. Like everything I was struggling with trying to make it here, I swear once I walked in and like felt the vibes, it was like, because usually if I'm running late somewhere or if I made it somewhere late, that's all I'm thinking about. Like when I first get there, it's like, damn, I gotta do better. Like, and then instead of like the task at hand, living in the moment, I'm still thinking about like what I could have did better or differently to get here on time. Like instead of just letting my mind sync with that thought, it went straight into it's showtime. They're here waiting on you. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
You know, I came in, her Fee and her singing, Kanan playing the guitar.
Yeah, like it was so beautiful.
Yeah,
you know, it was meant to be.
Like, it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
It was meant to be.
My mother enjoyed, you know, the evening with me.
Shout out to mom.
And then that's how I know this place is a place of healing.
Was that did you say that was the first time that she came out or no?
Yeah, I've been asking my mom to come see me perform or me do anything for like 20 years, and she came to this place and been bragging about you guys and your setting the entire time. And then like me and her, we always going back and forth about something petty, and then it was like we had some great vibes and y'all. And she's definitely been bragging on you guys and speaking highly of you since then. So that was special for me as well too. Me and my mother got to be a part of an event together for the first time.
That's beautiful, man. Shout out to what's your mom's name?
Laura.
Shout out to Laura.
Hey, shout out
to moms.
What's up, Laura? Yeah.
So
Zaya said it looks beautiful. It is beautiful. They have so much to offer here at the Hive. It's ridiculous.
Should I? Okay, I'm gonna get back to what we do offer at the Hive. Sure. I'm gonna answer the question.
It's a long answer though.
I know it
is.
It's
not a short answer.
I know it's not.
We got much to discuss.
It's much to discuss.
Ain't no rush. We got much to discuss.
So
we got Flint City Times. Third spaces are so limited these days, let alone somewhere specifically geared to create that safe, relaxing vibe.
Yeah.
Let me see. Zaya said, is there a certain age to go there?
No.
We got babies, we got
our
old people, and everybody in between.
No age limit, Zaya.
All of our events except for our couples workshops are open to any age. Kids are welcome, teenagers are welcome, old people are welcome.
Y'all not old, y'all just experienced.
I didn't mean old, I meant
elders.
Yep. Listen, I only say that because we got Angel who comes out here, okay, and he's about 585 and he still be out here dancing and drumming and having a great time. We've had he's really 85, but we've had everybody from a few months old to 85 years old in here. And
with age come experience.
That's right.
Yeah. All the wisdom.
Flint City Times said neti pots are legit.
Yeah. Neti pots are legit.
The city knows.
That's something that Rob done it too.
Mm-hmm.
Said, Rob, you don't be sick either, huh? Be careful blowing your nose immediately after.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. That sounds like a question I'll end up. Y'all didn't tell me not to blow my nose after what?
Stipulations.
Okay, we used to steal who? We love you anyway, bro. Hey, what's going on, Sean? Oh, Sean, you already know, brother. I know who you is now. Yeah, we can hit that stew. She's spitting. As I said, y'all got to hit the studio together.
Okay, girl.
As I said,
let's do it. I'm
in. Yeah, really. I thought there was an age the whole time, age limit the whole time. I would have been down there. I need to drop in.
Oh, dang.
If you ever have any questions, shoot us a message.
Girl, you can send me a message anytime.
Oh yeah, Zaya, she's
everybody out there.
She's in her senior year in high school.
Yeah.
That's why we call her a billionaire boss baby. She's the youngest out here making moves.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's been.
But you got a big presence, girl.
That's cool.
You
got events in different cities.
Great presence. Amazing.
She'd have been on award shows, multiple interviews, doing events in different cities, designing for some of everybody. Yeah, she's doing it all. Yeah. I wasn't doing nowhere near as much as her when I was in high school. Like, man,
I was sleeping.
I was catching up on rest because I knew what my future was looking like.
I was taking a long bathroom break. You know what I mean? Like telling my teacher I was going to the bathroom, and then it was a longer break than probably me going to the bathroom, and then I was just making a lot of art. Somebody
was getting caught in hall sweeps. Hunter was getting caught by the security guards in hall sweeps. What are you doing out here, Hunter? You were supposed to be in class 30 minutes ago.
Nothing. I'm going back to the art class.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you guys practice many areas of healing.
Yes.
What's some of your favorite ways of helping people find a place of healing through Hive Holistic?
Yeah, I mean,
tough question.
In a one-on-one setting, I love doing one-on-one sessions. Like it's
how the one-on-one sessions come about in the first place?
I've been doing one-on-one sessions for over a decade. I mean, I don't even know at this point when I started doing one-on-one sessions. It's been like so long, but I guess it started really when I started doing more cacao ceremonies, and I was only hosting them for women. I was like only doing groups of women, and I was doing it out of my home, and they were having so much release and so much come up during ceremonies that it was like a lot of them needed, or not, I don't even want to say needed, but were desiring a little bit more support than they could get in like a room full of 20 women from me, you know? So that's when I really started doing the most individual sessions I had ever done. But ever since I got certified in Reiki when I was 16, I've been offering sessions. But now my individual sessions are my favorite because I've shifted a lot in how I'm doing the sessions and in how I'm not limiting myself to one modality. And what I mean by that is like a lot of people are like, do you do Reiki sessions? And my answer is I'm certified in Reiki, but no, I'm not going to do a Reiki session. And yeah, I'm certified in Theta, but it's not going to be a Theta session because it's limiting for me and it's limiting for the client too, because I have so many tools in my tool belt, if you will. Yeah. And I'm really intuitive, and like the people who are around and who have been around me like know that, you know, they know that I'm going to pick up on whatever they're trying to not show me pretty quick.
Facts.
And
experience.
So like now what I do is I literally tell people like a session is going to look like you coming and us having a conversation where I listen to your story. But your story is coming from your mind. So the issue probably isn't anything you're going to tell me. But while you're talking and telling me your story, I'm going to start tapping into you deeper than your mind is letting you go. And I'm going to start noticing where energy is stuck in your body and what it might be connected to. And I'm going to be really honest if something comes up and just ask you like, hey, tell me about what happened at this time in your life, you know, and who was that made you feel this way? And then all of a sudden the story starts coming really, starts really coming. I could talk on this a long time. So what I really want to say is I allow myself now to do whatever the person needs. I know what to do when the time comes, and I trust myself to do so. And so you come and we connect, and then I do whatever needs to be done. And it's been my sessions have been more powerful than I've ever felt. And it has been like the most pleasurable for me because I'm not trying to stick within these like, this is the protocol of a Reiki session.
Yeah.
This is the exact protocol of a Theta session. And if I'm not doing that, then the client is like, well, that's not what I thought a Reiki session was, or that's not right. which is so, unimportant in the big scheme of healing, is like what it is, what modality it is. It's all about intention. It's all about intention. And when somebody comes to me, my intention is that I can help them really become empowered to heal themselves.
Yes.
And to really just clear whatever it is that's stuck. Start moving the energy that's been stuck for so long that they might not even be aware of, and hold them in a safe space, safe enough they can release some shit.
Yeah.
And that's it. My intention is to help them heal, and so it works. We have a Mayan elder down in Mexico that he married us, and he's also like a good friend and teacher of ours. And he always says in ceremony, everyone involved has to set an intention. And if you don't set an intention, nothing happens. Nothing good.
Nothing good.
And nothing bad. Just nothing.
You need something to happen.
But not as far as what you want, like nothing is going to happen. It's not going to shift in a good way. It's not going to shift in a bad way if you don't have an intention.
Yeah.
Like you're going into the basketball game, right? And in one instance, you're like, I'm going to kill it. I'm going to be giving it my all. That's my intention.
Yeah.
And another instant, maybe another player's like, I had a bad day. Like, I'm not even thinking about the game. I'm just coming in.
Right.
Who is going to be the one that's going to be killing it? Person that's thinking about it, setting that intention. Like, I'm going all in. I'm going to be present. I'm going to give it my all.
Right. Yeah. And it's not like the other player was saying, man, our team is the worst. And like, it's going to, right. Like, it's always bad. We always lose and whatever. Like, it's not that, because that's an intention too. That's a negative intention.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And so something bad is going to happen with a bad intention, right?
Yeah.
And something good's going to happen with a good intention, but with no intention, with the mindlessness that most of us walk around with in a lot of different situations, nothing happens. It doesn't get better for us. It doesn't get worse for us. We're still just stuck right where we're at.
That's true. You don't want to be stuck.
No.
You don't want to be stuck.
No.
So we got all kinds of things at the Hive. We got
talk about
yoga.
Stuff.
We got yoga sessions here with Machari and Terry. We do groups. We do like women's cacao ceremonies here with Hunter. There's men's groups that I lead. There's sound baths. There's conscious open mics.
We have ecstatic dance events.
Yep,
or
dance
like
events.
We switched it to conscious clubbing, so y'all know what we're talking about. Because for real, like, it's a vibe. Like, we be dancing hard and playing good music. The lights are dope, all that, but we're also not getting drunk.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not getting drunk. Because like that's not the vibe. Like that's not the vibe in 2025 is being fucked up. Like,
yeah,
and I'm not saying you can't like party once in a while. You can't have you a couple drinks and like whatever.
But just like you told me when we first met, like people need to know how to like enjoy themselves, enjoy the moment without being off, drunk off liquor or whatever. Yeah, like just enjoy it.
And the thing is, like when we have things like liquor and stuff as the main central point of our gathering, like we're not able to connect as deeply with the community that we're in, the people that we're around. Like you're not usually connecting that genuinely if you're drunk and I'm drunk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're probably not going to connect as well as when we're really just sitting here in our full presence.
It's a good
chance. Able to feel our feelings, like able to think clearly.
It's a good chance one or both of us might not even remember the whole conversation.
And
like, I know I talked to her though.
Right. Right. So
hope I didn't make a fool of myself.
Yeah. And then what else? We do couple ceremonies here where where couples come and we teach them like a bunch of connection practices and breathing techniques and
tantric
practices. And it's like really like grown and sexy and classy.
Yeah.
and fun, night. But it's like a date night, but it's also like you're learning all throughout it too.
And truly, if people integrate and implement the things that we teach in the ceremonies, I mean, it can change your life, your relationship forever.
For real. Yeah. Practices that like, take 3 minutes a day, like eye gazing with somebody for 30 seconds, co-regulates the nervous system.
Yeah.
Especially if you look at, and I notice you're looking at my right eye, right? Yeah. But if you look at my left eye, then we tap into the right side of our brain where our emotions live and our creativity and our connection.
Yeah.
And you'll notice if you try to pay attention to which eye you tend to look at, it's your right eye because it keeps you in your logical brain where you're safe and protected and nobody can fuck with you.
Right.
Yeah.
And now so just that left eye connection.
I'm going to point out something that I've been trying to do, I think, within the last 2-3 years.
Okay.
Somebody pointed out to me, like, when you're talking to somebody, I forgot what the conversation was about. When you're talking to somebody, giving them eye contact, and it was like, you ever notice how you're either staring like in one or the other eye? Since then I've been trying to like look at you like directly in the middle and kind of look at both eyes. So you kind of like you caught me just now.
Yeah.
Looking dead.
I caught him looking at my right eye.
But I usually try to look like the middle. And
yeah.
And then like it kind of gives me a view of both of your eyes.
But you're missing all the connection.
You are. And then I kind of like go back and forth. Like I'll stare in the middle to like get your whole face. And then I'll go from like one eye to the other, like back and forth.
And so like if you're in a business meeting, right? If you're in a business meeting, depending on what kind of business you're doing, right? But if you're in a business meeting or something where it's required for you to stay pretty logical, then look at the right eye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's not necessarily something wrong with it.
Right.
But when you're talking to your friends, when you're talking to your family, when you're talking to somebody you really want to connect with, look at their left eye and notice how much it changes, how it feels. You can feel it right now, can't you?
I never thought about that. Wow. Oh, I do feel something. I don't know what I feel.
Yeah, and it is literally just connecting us to which side of our brain.
Yeah.
The left eye is tied to the right side of the brain, which is the emotional, and the right eye is connected to the left side of the brain, which is the logic and the
masculine, feminine.
Yeah.
And see, that is why Hive Holistic help raise our awareness and help teach us things. We're here to learn. I'm learning because I always just thought it was like, okay, my eye is tired of staring at that eye. Let me give that eye some attention. Yeah, I don't want their eyes to feel jealous.
Nobody left
like,
out,
Yeah, nobody. No eye left behind. No eye left behind. I was just trying to say no eye left behind.
I didn't mean to steal your line.
Let me see. Thanks, y'all. Definitely trying. Laugh out loud. I'm so ready to graduate. Just a few more months, so I'm gonna finish strong. You are.
You got this, baby.
You got this.
Enjoy it.
We will be cheering you on, supporting you the whole way. You got this. We ain't about to let you slip up none. Okay, but why is it actually so hard to look at both eyes at the same time? Hey, that's why I'm trying to stare in the middle and like look at both eyes at the same time.
I've never asked that exact question, but
it's hard.
But to me, I think it's actually like, to me, it makes sense that we can't look at both because it like depends on what you need.
Sure.
Like it depends on what you need in the conversation and the connection. Like, do you need to be in your logical or do you need to be in your emotional? And it's like, we were designed to have a choice. We were designed to like get to choose that.
Okay. I didn't know that. That's the first time I've heard that.
That's my weird intuitive take on it anyway.
I like it.
I like that.
And that's another thing. Like you talked about teaching. We have all sorts of people who aren't us who do stuff here too.
Workshops,
drum circle
with Cam. There's Tanisha,
where he teaches stuff. Tanisha, like we had Tanisha teaching herbalism classes. We have a Native American sister who comes and teaches traditional Native teachings.
Yeah.
What else?
There's Aaron was teaching. He does the check. It's like a blend of a lot of different modalities.
Yeah, it's kind of a mix of like energy work and functional nutrition.
It's like close to, you know what I mean? It's like, it's close to traditional medicine, but it's not, you know what I mean? It's like, but it blends some of the stuff that we're talking about right now into it too.
Okay.
What other things do we have going on?
We have meditations and we do breath work workshops and
sound baths. There's the kids dance part. We do kids dance parties as well for the youngins. And
yeah, my son actually hosts the kids dance party. He's 8.
Yep.
Actually, the last sound bath of the year last week. Well, maybe we might do one this Sunday. We might not. I don't know. But the last sound bath, Sage came up to me before we were going to start, and he was like, Mom, I've been helping call in the water element. We do it very based on the elements of nature.
Yeah.
And what he means is he blows this horn right before we start playing all the water associated instruments. And he's like, I've been calling in the water, but then I don't actually do it with you guys. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, well, do you want to? And he's like, yeah, I think I do. And I was like, okay, well, how much do you want to participate? And then he's like, I just want to do it with you guys. And it was like, so, here's the horn. Here's the ram's horn that he blows to call in the water element.
That's a real ram's horn?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so my 8-year-old,
the closest I might ever be to a ram, you guys.
fully participated. He fully participated in the sound bath.
Yeah, it was amazing.
He played instruments with us the whole time, and he takes it so seriously, and so, he takes his time, and he's intentional. He's already this beautiful little space holder, this beautiful little healer, and in the.
Should I try to do it?
So what? So what?
He's the one.
He's the one. He's the blower of the horn.
That's not quite right.
Control your breathing.
That was
start with your breathing.
Hold on.
Oh, sad elephant.
I was about. Is it supposed to sound like that?
You know what I mean? There's a right.
I heard something different.
That's pretty good.
I heard a little difference in there.
Sage does it the best.
He does it really good. I'm
Let
not
it be known.
I'm not the horn
Where's
blower.
Sage at?
Where's
right
Sage
now?
at? Man, we need Sage here.
Sage gonna have to come.
But that was so cool,
demonstrate.
having my 8-year-old come and be like, I'm ready to participate more in this, because I don't try to get him to do any of this stuff with me. You know what I mean? I want him to, if he feels called to it, great. And if he doesn't, that's fine, but he wants to be, and he loves it. He was walking around everybody at the sound bath with his little instruments he was playing, and he was walking so slow, and being so mindful and really checking in with everybody. And I just see a lot of what I naturally have in him, and it was really special. He came to me in the middle and whispered I'm really enjoying participating more.
And I'm thinking, so for you early on,
yeah,
I remember you said you felt or you called yourself weird.
Yeah. I use that word so lovingly.
Until you found something that was fitting for you in a way, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
With Reiki and the whole holistic healing.
Mm-hmm.
When you started to learn around 14, it could seem like you're weird or you're out of place until you find something that connects with you.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a lot of people, if you're not really, I'm trying to think of the right word. I don't know if connected is the right word, but if connected or on the same page with everybody else you're coming up with, you do feel like outcasts, or or you may feel, or somebody might you're weird, you know what I'm saying, because you don't do what everybody else to do, you don't partake in all the same things. But
yeah, I got bullied real bad when I was young, in about 4th grade. I started it was rough. I didn't have any friends.
And it's it's never you're the problem or the weird one.
No,
it's you just gotta find a space for us. I grew up with somebody like that, and he used to he didn't like nothing we did. He liked being around us, but he didn't like nothing we did. We used to look at him man, you weird, man. What are you doing? But fast forward, he's definitely not weird. He just needed to be around more stuff that he was into.
Yeah.
And that was
Definitely.
it. And then it just made him more comfortable in his surroundings or wherever he was at. He just felt comfortable being himself, like really being himself. And I brought that up because like you versus your son, you've done you guys have done a great job with like creating a space for him early on, so where he doesn't feel like, you know, he's weird or he's the weird one out of everybody. Like he's around things that he likes to be involved in. So instead of going years.
Yeah, he has places he fits, but you know, like even with him, like he'll tell us, he tells me pretty often, like when we're around, I don't know, like groups of people or something, like when we're just out in public, he'll like say something like, you know, they're just not like us.
Yeah.
And he doesn't mean it like in a bad way. It's like not in a negative way against them. It's like in his mind, he's like, I don't even really understand what's different about them than us. But it's like, we're very in touch with our emotions. We're not afraid to be vulnerable and to talk about it. We're not acting like everything's okay when we're not. We're not being passive aggressive and weird because something is off. You know, we're like real and honest about it, and we can talk it out and talk it through. And we're also very loving, like, you know, and that's something he expresses often, that like people out there, you know, the mass population, like, isn't always a loving experience.
Yeah.
It's not always loving to be out there.
It's definitely
we all know that. And so yeah, you know, at the same time as he does have many people in his life that he gets to connect with and connect on all these things that make us, you know, human and real. But even he, you know, feels a disconnect between him and like for example, when he went to school, you know, he was like, like, I don't know what's wrong with these kids. Like, it's how he was feeling for real.
Yeah.
Like, why are they mean? Like, why are they mean to each other? Why would anybody do that? Like,
I think that got, and then just highlighting, I think that got a lot to do with what you mentioned earlier, how like when we come into this world, we're empathic and all that, but then we're taught all the bullshit. And that's embedded into us, and that kind of like, then we're the kids that say, just point out like, what's wrong with them, like because all the bullshit we were taught. You know,
nobody comes in this world mean
and we had a lot of talks about that. You know, he went to school just for 1 year in kindergarten, and then and then I asked him again if he wanted to go back to school or not, and he was like, I'm gonna stay home with you.
My nephew,
and I was like, I thought you might feel that way, but
how old is age now?
He's 8.
Okay, I think my nephew is like 11.
Okay.
And he ain't been to school since kindergarten. He's been homeschooled ever since.
Yeah, he's homeschooled. And he's like, you know.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
We had to have a lot of conversations about how the kids are that way because their parents don't know how to handle their big feelings. That's what we say. That's how I talk about it with Sage. You know, when you're having a moment, when you're really pissed off or you're really sad or you're really in some grief or whatever, in our house, we just ask, are you having some big feelings?
Yeah.
And then we talk about it, you know, but we've talked a lot about how Sage, not everybody has parents who's willing to ask them and support them through their big feelings. Yes. A lot of people have parents who don't know how to handle their own big feelings.
Yeah, that's one.
And had parents before them who didn't know how to handle their own big feelings and taught their child that they shouldn't have any.
Yep.
How many of us are raised with like, you know, I have some very Southern family, you know what I mean? So I've heard many times, my mom did not subscribe to this, thank God for me, but, you know, children should be seen and not heard.
I've heard that.
Yeah, we've all heard that.
Yep.
You know, and like our parents just didn't know better. Like no one knew yet that like spanking our kids and stuff was psychologically damaging them.
Yeah.
No one knew that yet, but now all of this is just leading to me saying like, we know better now.
Yes.
So it's time for us to start doing better.
Yeah.
We know that we need to take care of our mental health. Like there is enough information out there for you to know that you got to take some You got to take the reins on your life. And that means you got to heal. That means you got to forgive your shitty parents. That means you got to forgive yourself for the decisions you made. And, you know,
yes.
And it's a messy process. But coming out the other side of it, you start choosing relationships that you want to be in. You start having friendships that feel good to you. You start having opportunities come to you that you could have never dreamed of.
Yes.
Because you dealt with your shit that's keeping you trapped in a loop of choosing the same shit to prove these negative beliefs you're carrying. You're going to keep attracting, I'm not good enough. I'll never do it. I'll never make money. All my boyfriends leave. Everybody cheats on me. All these negative patterns, all these stories that we've created. Like, if we can get out of those stories and start retraining ourselves that we're worthy of love.
Yeah.
For real. Our own love, first of all. And the love of others, that we're enough as we are in all of our beautiful, glorious, fucking weird. You know, that life is boring without weird.
I agree.
Yeah. And like, as soon as we can start going into those spaces, your whole life can change for real. Like, no matter how bad it's been, no matter how bad the trauma was, no matter how bad your life has been, no matter how alone you feel, like, you can change your life. And it doesn't have to be super complicated.
Yes.
It's something that I try really, you know, I'm adamant in all of my practices that, like, this shit is not as complicated as a lot of people are making it. It doesn't all have to look exactly a certain way to do a ceremony. It doesn't have to, you know, it doesn't have to be an exact process and it being like step A, step B, like, healing isn't linear.
Nope.
You know, being human isn't linear. You know, it's like, it's ups and downs, you know?
Yes.
But like, all we really have to get to is truly learning to love ourselves. And like, I know there's like this whole shit, you know what I mean? Like, self-love and self-care. It's like very trendy right now.
Yeah.
Right. Almost to the point that I think it's lost some of its weight, you know, some of the gravity of like how important it really is. Like, everything's self-care now and everything's right. But it's like, it's not like the self-care. It's not like the bubble baths and shit. Like, that's important, right? Like, loving on yourself in little ways all the time. But that's what it is. Like, how much can you love on yourself in little ways that you needed from your mom, that you needed from your dad, that you needed from your partner? How can you offer yourself that love you've been lacking? Because if you can teach your brain that you deserve it, even if it's only from you and you're not getting it anywhere else, if your brain starts believing that you deserve that love, it's going to start like a magnet pulling in people who love you, pulling in experiences that make you feel loved, pulling in situations and environments that loving people are in.
Yes. I agree.
Bang that gong.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Perfect timing, Alberto. Perfect timing. Since
Yes.
you dropping bars, we have to hit it.
I was like,
Look, Zaya said, I agree 100%. I do too. That's why I'm sitting here just like, yep, just shaking my head like, I agree. You touched on a few things that was like, oh my gosh,
she's in the pocket. Everybody shut up.
Yeah, like, hey, she in her bag right now. Like, what you it was something you said earlier about like you made a comment about church and like, and people only going to church like and receiving whatever. Something
for only like an hour a week.
Yeah.
Like that the only what I said is
yeah.
that one of the only things that's generally accepted as normal specifically I was talking about Black communities.
Yeah, yo,
and one of the only ways that it's like an acceptable norm to be in touch with your spirituality is through church.
Only on Sundays.
And it's only on Sundays, and it's not in how you live your life, and it's not in how you love yourself. And I'm not saying that all churches are this, okay? Because I'm not. There are some like amazing churches and amazing leaders.
Oh, there are.
Like inside of these churches that are doing like the real work and delivering the real message, which is always love. But there's also a lot of fear-based, patriarchal-based, just fear-based shit being put on our people via organized religion. And it's disconnecting us so much from our own power, you know, that we also have power because God is in us, because we're part of him.
Right? I feel like you just like articulated something so very well that I've been trying to tell people for years.
And we are so powerful. We don't have to give all of our power away to the leaders of the church. We don't have to give all of our power away to God. Like only God can do it because God is us. And like you can pray and you can do all these things, but if you're not right in your energy, you know, if you're not right in your life, if you're not out here being kind, like, you know what I mean? Everybody wants to talk about Jesus. Like Jesus was a cool dude. Jesus was a loving dude. You think that Jesus was walking up in the hood, right? For all intensive purposes. And being like, oh, bless thou, and like rebuke all the demons in you and shit. Like, no. Like he was coming in there like, what up, brother?
What's on the grill? Come on.
Yeah.
Like, what up? I brought the wine. You know what I mean?
Let's keep this party going.
But you know, he was willing to love everybody, no matter what their walk of life was, or what their race or their class or their whatever was.
Yeah, Zaya said, and these are the things I try to touch base on often, but I think a lot of people struggle in the area of emotional maturity to be able to handle such strong conversation. You explained it well, Hunter. I agree, Zaya. Like I'm sitting over here like, wow, I ain't even known Hunter for years. I ain't even known Hunter a year yet. And she's speaking on something I've been trying to articulate, but just haven't done so as well as you just did. Like
that's what I heard.
And like I said, like I'm not against, you know, I'm really not against. This is a tricky, like, thanks for acknowledging that it's hard to have these conversations.
It is
because like
hard.
something that, you know, I haven't talked about much publicly and I haven't shared about much is that, like, you know, when I signed up to do this, I knew that because it's so not the norm here that I was going to get some pushback. Like I've already gotten pushback from some religious people and some organizations and some, you know what I mean? But nothing we do is based on any other religion. It's not based on something that's the opposite of Christianity or like anything. Everything we do is based on love. Just love, you know? And all religions have some beautiful teachings. And the main teaching is be fucking nice to each other.
Yep.
Be accepting of each other's differences because that's what makes it beautiful. To be a human. And it's okay if you want to go to church and whatever, you know, but make sure that you're not giving away your power, and make sure that you're honoring what you know to be true too. Don't forget, God gave you an intuition, you know, to listen. Like our body is like an antenna, direct connected, you know.
Talk to him.
Trust that shit. When you don't feel right about a situation, a place, a person, listen.
Yes.
To your body. When you get that feeling in your gut, you know what I mean? Yeah. Your throat closes a little bit. And all of a sudden you're unsure. Like, listen to that. That's your intuition. That's your body speaking to you.
Sean said, I'm tuned in for real. Like, man, she's speaking on it for real, for real.
You know,
like,
and when something feels good too, like this is the way to change your life in the good way, right? It's like when you get that feeling in your body like that butterflies, or somebody's like, hey, do you want to go, you know, like, hey, do you want to go down to Detroit and catch this show? And it's your favorite artist. And you get that feeling in your body like, oh, fuck yeah. Like, yes, like that's a yes. That's a big yes. And it's from your body. It's from your belly. You feel those butterflies. You like get like tingles, like whatever it is, you get goosebumps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you keep choosing experiences that feel like that, instead of forcing yourself to continue the situations that feel like I want to throw up, my throat is shut, I'm not going to say shit while I'm here.
Yeah.
Like that's not good for you. So the more you can choose to go after whatever it is that gives you that fuck yes in your body, you know? Because here's one more bars for you, you know what I'm saying? Here's one more bar for you is like, if what you're feeling about a person or a situation or a job or a whatever is not a fuck yes, it's a
fuck no.
Fuck no. For real though, and you know, we force ourselves to be in so many things that we know in our bodies that we don't feel right about it.
Yeah.
That we don't feel right about them. That we don't feel right about the situation, and we just do it anyways out of obligation or, you know, well, we said we were gonna do it. Like we're not allowed to change our minds. Like, no, like in this life, like we're supposed to find joy.
Yeah.
We're supposed to feel happy. Like God did not create us and all this beauty for us to be stressing and fighting and not knowing if we're going to eat tomorrow. And like, it doesn't have to be like that.
Yeah. Even when I told you me living in isolation, trying to run away from all my problems, not trying to face it. Like that wasn't healthy. That's not living. Like, yeah, I'm like avoiding a lot of shit that I don't like dealing with, but at the same time,
but what are you missing?
I'm missing out on life.
Right.
I'm missing out on life. A lot of life. Life has so much to offer, and I've only experienced so little. So it's like, what am I doing? I need to get out here. Like that feeling. One of those feelings you were talking about. My health is the only time I experience that feeling of something trying to hold me back or prevent me from doing something. Most of the stuff I've like looked up and had that fuck yeah, I'm doing this. Like my health is the only thing that tries to distract that. But besides that, I've only been putting myself around people and places to where like, shit, I'm down. I'm with it. Like, it ain't no second guessing, no hesitation. It ain't nothing that's about to like harm me or anything or harm anyone else involved. Like, oh yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, I mean, it takes practice, but like genuinely, you know, it takes practice to get like quicker and quicker at being like,
right.
What does my body say about this?
Yeah.
Right. Getting out of your head and into your body.
I gotta get better at that.
So listening to your body, like, what does my body say about this? When somebody asks me, do I want to do this or do I want to that? Like practice with like what you want to eat. Like practice with like small stuff, you know, small decisions. Like you have these two things in front of you, you know, like I could make like some pasta and some whatever, or I could have like, you know, this fried chicken over here, you know, like, and close your eyes and put your hands on your body and like ask your body, do I want this? Do I want that? Notice how you feel.
Yeah.
You know, and then make your decision. And then notice how you feel after you eat.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, and if you ate the thing that like your body said no, but you eat it anyway, you're going to feel that.
Yep.
And if your body said yes and you eat it, you're probably going to feel energized and good. And you're going to be eating it like the whole time, you know.
I learned that the hard way.
And practicing it on the small decisions first, right? Like the daily, we have to make these decisions all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
What am I going to wear? What am I going to eat? Like, you know, if you practice on these little tiny moments that aren't that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things, then you get better and better at listening to your body. And then it becomes second nature to listen to your antenna, to your magic wand in bigger decisions, you know?
I like that. I feel like you guys almost need your own podcast.
I do need my own podcast.
Like this is like, I feel like you can keep going on and
I could talk for 17 hours straight.
Because I'm loving listening to this. I like to learn, and I feel like this is something we can like learn from, take notes from like often.
I think that's one of the coolest things about the podcast is like you get to have so many cool conversations with people. Like you always get to learn new shit, hear new stories.
See, I like to talk. I like to talk to people of all kinds. And like you said, I don't want to limit myself ever. I don't label myself under any specific religion anymore. For some of the reasons you highlighted. Like me, I like to talk with and deal with anybody who show me any little bit of positive energy. And that comes from people who don't sometimes believe in the same religion as you.
Right.
It come from people who don't believe in any religion at all. I've had atheists seek my help for something positive, and I've had people when I was definitely representing like Christianity for my own title. I would have like other Christians question me about who I'm helping. I'm like, I like to help everybody. If somebody if somebody need my help, then what the hell I'm
gonna answer the call.
Yeah, I'm gonna answer the call. I don't care if they don't believe in what I believe in. If they show me positive energy, and if something wrong, if
it's really a genuine
thing,
it's
like, genuine. So I'm like,
if you're authentic and kind, I could care less what God you say you worship or whatever, you know.
And that
if
was
you're
my
kind
thing.
to me, if I witness you being kind to the people around you, you know, that's it for me.
That's it.
That's it for me. That's the point.
Yep.
And it's also like, do I see you being kind to yourself? You know, how do you talk about yourself when you talk to me about you?
Oh. Then one of the people I'm thinking about didn't even like, I wouldn't even known if like we didn't conversate about a lot to know like they don't believe in X, Y, and Z. I'm like, I didn't know that.
Right. Most
the
of the
way
time
you carry
don't
yourself,
know.
I couldn't even tell. Like,
you don't know
always
anyway.
kind. You nice to me, nice to others. I wouldn't even know. So I like this. I like to be there for some of any and everybody. Yeah. I don't like to limit myself at all.
And I mean, there are parts of I've studied a lot about all the different religions, all the different main religions. Anyways, there's way too many for me to study all of them, right?
Is a lot.
But like all of the main religions, I've studied like a bit on all of them, to see like what they have in common, you know, and what they all have in common is stories that are supposed to teach us to be kind.
Yeah.
To each other, to ourselves, to our families, to the earth, to the children.
Yes. Hey, Sean said our old bowling nights. Oh, he talking about that was one of them. That was one of them fuck yeah moments. Yeah, it's like when we say we all going bowling. Fuck yeah, let's go. Yeah, I know what you talking about. Sean, you ain't have to bring. I played bad.
Sean knows what the feeling is in his body. You know.
I played bad that last time we went bowling. Sean, you ain't have to put that in the comments. Nah, I had a bad game. We need to make up for that. We ain't been bowling in a minute. But Sean know that feeling. Sean know that feeling. He said that's how our friend group is. We're all different, but we still ride for each other.
Yeah,
that's how it's supposed to be.
That's it. That's what the Hive is like. You know what I mean?
That's how it's supposed to
be. There is all kinds of people from all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? Who end up in this room together on a regular basis, creating together, healing together, crying, like offering each other hugs, like, you know, just offering each other space and just like leaving somebody the fuck alone while they go through their feelings. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't always gotta fix somebody or help somebody or try to stop their emotions. Sometimes they just need a place to be and feel.
Yeah. Hey, you know, I don't know why it's not showing up here. I can see it on one comments, not on everything, but Riri, he tapping in from Las Vegas as well. Riri said, "This the one, Cuddy, fire." Now, I know exactly. I want to put it up on the screen, but it's not showing up. I can see it on the other phone though. Now Riri said, "This the one, Cuddy." I'm gonna tell you why, because I'm sure now he's very interested in you guys' conversation, because this particular family member of mine, he's always trying to teach me something about holistic healing and living. So I'm sure that is why he just said this the one, Cuddy, with a fire flame, because he wants me to have these type of conversations and meet more people like the two of you. Like he's been getting on me about being more around people who preach and practice holistic living for the last, oh my gosh, I was about to say 2 years. It's been about 4 or 5. Yeah, about 4 or 5. Yeah. I know he had a long talk with me in 2020 about a lot of stuff that you guys are highlighting here today. Yeah. So he doesn't take medicine or see a lot of doctors. He goes anything herbal, holistic, that's it for him. And
yeah, us too. I mean, like there's a benefit to Western medicine, you know, like in a way too. Like it's like amazing that we have anesthesia and surgeons and like stuff like, you know what I mean? Sometimes we really do need medication to survive. Sometimes we really do need Western medicine, but for most things we don't.
Yes.
And there are so many resources the earth has given us to heal ourselves. And so, yeah, we try to do everything the natural approach to. I mean, I've been vegan for, I don't know, since I was about 16, 17,
Oh,
17,
wow.
I guess.
I think you just picked up on my brainwave because I was about to say, like, if you could put the good inputs in your body, like we're talking about the diet or exercise or some of these practices that we talk about, like if you can put these inputs into your body on a regular basis, 90% of people's shit would be gone. Mm-hmm. I'm saying like conservative 90%.
Yeah, like our body detoxes, for example, like when it's very trendy to like do all these different detoxes, to like detox your liver, detox. Yeah, very trendy. There's a lot of trends in the healing world. You need to be really careful of those. Love you guys. And for real, love you guys. Be careful. Love you. There's a lot of like trending, and it's like cool. Yeah, like sometimes a detox is good, but often detoxes can be really dangerous because they detox us too fast. Which can cause other issues. And so, anyways, all I'm trying to say is like when you keep your diet really clean, our bodies are designed to detox themselves, and they will. If you have the proper amount of vitamins and nutrients in your body will do its thing and remove anything that is not what you need.
That's a good point. I didn't natural detox. Yeah, I guess our body would like force everything out. What's some of the necessary the necessary things we should be taking or putting in our body to help like a natural detox?
Fruits,
something that isn't
and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables.
Foods. Things that are actual foods that we recognize that grow from the earth, come from the earth, not things that are 18,000 ingredients and things you can't pronounce. And
yeah, I mean, processed, like things to stay away from is more like what I want to say is like fried foods in moderation, right? Everything in moderation. Okay.
Yep.
Like I'm not saying you can't have anything. I'm not saying there's nothing that you can't have, but we really need to be moderating our intake of red meat.
Yes.
We really need to not be eating pork at all.
Another thing I learned the hard way.
And if we are going to be eating meat, we need to make sure that we're sourcing it responsibly. Because if you are getting your meat at Meijer, at Kroger, at Aldi, at wherever, and it's just like the normal ass meat from the meat section.
Yeah.
That is being fed hormones that are affecting you and all sorts of chemicals and all sorts of shit that you are also getting. It's not just a piece of meat. It's a meat filled with antibiotics and chemicals and things that disrupt your hormones and your body. And so, if you're gonna do it, it needs to be grass-fed and it needs to be organic and it needs to be free range, right? And it gets more expensive when it's that. Yeah. Because we live in a country that wants us sick, to be honest. And so our food is sick and our medicine makes us more sick and our food makes us more sick.
I feel like this is bringing up a thing because a lot of people are like, well, we don't have the money. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a big point. And I think this is really important to talk about. But I think to plant a seed like this of like, if you can invest consistently in things that are good for you now, you're not going to have all these costs of going to the doctor, being on all these medications, getting all these things done in the long run. So you got to look at it in the big picture thing. Like, yeah, maybe your bills go up a little bit to get a little bit better food.
And it's also like maybe you cut out, and dairy is huge. Like dairy from cow, which includes milk, cheese, like all the things made from milk.
Yeah.
Activates all the mucus glands in our bodies, which are all over our body. This leads to inflammation. Inflammation leads to illness. It's pretty black and white, honestly, when it comes to dairy. And it's things like if you can cut out, right, like maybe you still eat some cheese throughout the week, but you're not buying like 2 gallons of milk for you and your kids for the whole week, right? And that's like whatever. That's like at this point, like I don't know how much milk is. Like that's maybe like $12 or $15.
It's going up.
You know what I'm saying? So let's say you cut out milk and you take whatever you were going to spend on milk and you buy that much more, like a bag of apples and like some broccoli and like some real food, right? So ultimately, like, no, it's not expensive to be vegan. I get that a lot. I've gotten that a lot over the years because it's like, I'm not buying steak. I'm not buying burger. I'm not buying chicken. I'm not buying dairy.
Yes.
And those are the most expensive foods there are. I'm buying beans and rice and produce for the most part only. And that's a really cheap diet. Actually, like you can buy a 25-pound bag of rice, right? Like you can buy like bulk some of the stuff and be feeding your entire family for like I don't know, like $7 a day or something, and your whole family ate. For real.
Because that's, then you got to think smart. And if you can think like that, you know what I mean? You can really budget your way and get bulk things like she's saying that'll last.
It's not expensive.
Months.
It's not expensive to change your diet, but it's also not convenient.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we love convenience in this mug. Like we love convenience in our country, like as a society. You know what I mean?
Humans, it's a human thing.
Yes,
but is. Like what is it? But like what do you value? You know what I'm saying?
That's what it comes down to.
Like healing is uncomfortable, changing your diet is uncomfortable, you know what I mean? Like getting right with the people you have issues with is uncomfortable, but like
you gotta choose your uncomfortable.
What's the payoff?
Yeah.
Or what's the trade-off? Like you don't do it, you stay in shitty relationships. You don't do it, you end up sick later. You don't do it, you still continue having these emotional issues.
Yeah,
you're also uncomfortable.
That is so true. Okay, you guys are causing a lot of comments today. People got a lot to say about this conversation. Zaya said, I stopped taking medicine about 4 years ago. Shout out to you, Zaya. I'm pushing 3. Zaya. I'm pushing 3 years. So Zaya, you one up me again. Zaya way ahead of the game. Only using natural remedies moving forward. To me, it's been a lot more efficient that way. I agree. Definitely, Zaya. Sean said most people are not happy within themselves, so they start to project that even when they don't know it's happening. That is damn
big
true.
Time.
You ain't lying about that, Sean. I cannot be around too much negativity like that. I cannot be around too much negativity. Know that is a miserable way to walk this earth. Yes. Yeah. Very miserable. Very fucking miserable with all that negativity. Hey, you gotta move correctly out here, man. It's hard to get off the it's hard to get off the oink oink. It's hard to get off the oink oink, man. You gotta leave that oink oink alone, man. Sean, leave that oink oink alone. Trust me, man.
I know it's the bacon. That's what gets them all. Everybody's like, but
that bacon. He might say it too. I think everybody say, but the bacon. You want me to leave bacon alone?
But here's the thing. Y'all. I can make you some coconut bacon. And I know that sounds crazy as fuck when you just hear it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
I get it.
Because I don't even like coconut.
I don't like coconut either.
Okay, so talk to him.
But I can make this coconut bacon with like large flakes of coconut. You put some soy sauce on there. You put some liquid smoke. You put a little bit of maple syrup. All right. When I fry this up and I make you a BLT, you be happy.
Let me.
It's coconut. It's a bag of coconut. You can get it at the grocery store for like $1 for like a bag.
Okay.
Come over for dinner sometime.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna say hold that thought, Alberto. Give us some feedback.
I do got a lot to say about this because I am Italian. And
he is
I come from meat and cheese and all the things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she's been vegan the whole time, much longer than before I met her. And I would say I think I had a really easy time transitioning to more plant-based foods because of the way that she cooks.
Because he's got a personal
knowing damn well you didn't grow up off of that type.
No, absolutely not. And my family like, what you mean you're not eating meat? You know what I mean? Like, are you all right? But she's cooked for them and blew their minds.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're blowing people that eat meat, their minds on a regular basis, and I've seen it time and time and time and
maybe
time
sometime
again.
I'll open a vegan restaurant for y'all too.
Okay. Hey, we need that healthier way of living for real.
The majority of people would have a different thought, a different feeling about changing their diet a little bit if they could access the same flavor profiles, the same types of dishes. You know what I mean? She makes a taco meat that you would not know this is not meat. You would not know this is not ground beef. It's taco meat.
But also what I think is so surprising for people in like going a more plant-based diet is they realize that their meat ain't nothing really when it comes to flavor.
He said coconut bacon is diabolical.
Like when it comes to flavor, I know it's diabolical, but it's good too. It's good for real. But you know what I mean? Meat doesn't actually carry a lot of flavor. It's like all the seasonings and all the spices and all the like things that we cook with it that make it so delicious. And like all of those things we're seasoning it with are plants.
Okay.
And so when you're eating it, when you got a bunch more plants on your plate, like you have so much flavor and so many flavors that if your typical thing is like meat and potatoes, like.
And then you're also missing out on a lot.
Yeah.
So with all them, you're giving your body all the shit it needs. Damn, I got a question, but other people got questions too. Let me. Okay, Sean said, what would you say to the people who can't afford the organic items? They charge so much for those things. I think you touched on it a little bit. I'm just not seeing the comment.
Yeah, if I didn't answer it already, the short version is
get the best if you get in your budget.
Is get the best thing you can. Is switch out one item at a time. Do you know what I mean? Like if you can get, like if you're gonna keep doing dairy, if you can get the organic cheese this week instead, you know what I mean? But you don't change anything else, okay? You know what I mean?
Go get that organic instead of crab.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But then my further recommendation is if you can't afford to buy organic meat, I would consider not buying meat and spending your money on other sources of protein like mushrooms, beans, grains, which are excellent sources of a ton of vitamins and minerals, but also protein.
Yep.
And like the whole, like you can't get enough protein thing is bullshit, you guys. Like I don't even want to go into the science, but I'm just telling you right now, you can easily get enough protein for your body without meat. Like you can. Yeah,
because people be thinking like, man, I'm gonna be hungry.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of that's just in your mind.
You know what I mean?
And like, do we really need 3 meals a day for most people? You know what I'm saying? Like
I found that out with all my health issues. I do not need to eat that much. Growing up, I thought I had to eat 3.
When you're growing,
when you're a growing child, you do.
Okay.
You do be needing. You're burning up that energy. You do be needing a lot more food and a lot more fuel. But like we're done growing now. I hate to tell you, but this is it.
So y'all eat on it.
You're done growing, Berto.
I'm pissed about this. I need a couple more inches.
He's never getting to 5'7". Okay, he's not getting there.
I am 5'7", just so everybody knows.
I'm about to say you're not 5'7". You gotta be 5'7".
He's not.
5'7" and a half. Last time I checked.
He said last time I checked.
I would recommend just trying it, just seeing if you can switch out some of the meat, right?
I said I don't do dairy at all. I know that's right.
Yeah, I don't. Dairy messes me up the worst out of everything.
Yeah, it's really for me. It's about balance. You know what I mean? As long as you're not,
moderation.
If it's meat 3 meals a day, you're probably having too much meat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And here's the more important thing:
7 times a day, you're probably having too much cheese.
The most important thing, which I touched on a little bit before, is like, do not overcomplicate shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And what I mean by that in regards to diet is, sure, if you can make some switch outs for some healthier options, do. Okay. But please do not be out here making yourself feel so stressed out about what you're eating.
Right.
or if you're doing it good enough or not, that you're going to be feeling like shit anyways, because now you're stressing yourself out. Okay. I would rather you eat the fried chicken or the steak or the whatever and feel happy, because that is what really makes us sick, is how we feel. You know, if you believe every time you eat whatever that like it's a blessing to your body, it will be. Like there is some relevance to that too, you know.
I'm still looking for something to eat that's a blessing to my body, because everything I put in it, I feel like in the inside it's like Wolverine got his claws out,
like, no,
punching me. Like, I told you,
no.
don't want that. Like, it's like, oh man, what are we doing? What are we doing?
We'll have to
I
do
got some
we'll
thoughts
have to do
on
some,
this, man. Really, I got some thoughts
yeah.
and shit.
I know that's what I was just saying. Like, we will have to talk about this out of here.
I appreciate that.
So that we can, yeah,
because I'm learning. I'm trying to take notes and like see how I can like strategically move forward correctly. Because I think like just so many years of putting the wrong things into my body, I'm just still paying for it.
And, well, there's that, right?
I'm still paying for
there's
it.
like twofold when it comes to like our physical shit. Like, what's our diet like? Like, how are we treating our bodies? Like, what are we doing? What are we putting in our bodies, right?
Yeah.
But then it's also like, what else are you putting in your body?
Yeah.
Is it negativity? Is it stress? Is it, you know, people's shitty attitude? Is it like all your friends that come and talk to you, like all they're talking is negative shit and gossip and whatever? Like, what you consume matters. And that goes way beyond food.
Yes. I've been doing a good job cutting out, whether it's family or friends. If you only got something negative to say, I've been doing a good job in the past like year and a half, like getting like cutting.
Yeah, it's like, we love you.
Yeah, I love
there's
you.
Space. There's more space.
But I
can't.
Now, right? I can't
I'm gonna
do
keep
it.
my energy in a
better
I'm
all about protecting my energy, and I cannot deal with.
And then
so
the other
much
part
negativity.
of it,
I can't do it.
Besides, what are we putting in? What are we taking in? Is what beliefs are we holding around our body and its ability to heal? What beliefs are we holding around our illness and how we're stuck with it? What beliefs are we holding about why we're not even worthy of feeling good and healthy in the first place? And so that's like my favorite work to get into is like that shit. Like, you know, is like sitting with you, like, for example, like in your case, it would be like, we sit down, you tell me that like you're having all these issues with your body and it's been this, and you've tried medication, you've done that, and, right? Like, you've tried all these things and nothing's helping.
Yeah.
And so my first thought is going to be, well, because it's not physical. My first thought is going to be like, okay, well, let's turn completely left and find out, you know, when was the first time you felt like you didn't deserve to feel good? Or when was the first time that you felt like you were a burden on your family? Or when's the first, right? Like, I mean, and maybe those aren't the things, right? But whatever it is, it's not usually the story you're telling.
Yeah.
You know? And we make everything that's happening in our bodies like just like this physical thing, but it's like, it's not only. And like all of the ancient ones, all of them, in ancient Egypt, in the Mayan cosmology, in the Aztec teachings, in the Native American teachings, like all across, in India, in Thailand, like it's like one of the highest, you know, importance that's held over anything is like, how is your heart? What are you holding a belief about? You know, do you believe that it's all good? Do you believe that you can heal? Do you believe that it's even possible for you to heal? Because if you don't believe, and I mean believe it, I don't mean like you think it's possible to heal. Like, of course, I know it's possible, right? In your brain, but I mean, you feel it in your body, you know that it's possible. And before you know that it's possible, it's really, really, really going to be tricky as fuck to get there.
Definitely. I'm kind of 50-50 with that.
Yeah.
Like with my experience living in and out of doctor's offices, having so many surgeries, I'm not gonna lie, like over the years, I've said out loud to people, yeah, I'm not gonna heal from this, or I don't think it's possible. But you said something earlier during this conversation. There's something placed all over the world to help us. But me not being aware of all these things or where to find them on top of the pain daily, it has me feeling like there's no way.
Well, yeah, it's totally normal. It's totally normal that you feel that way, that you feel like weighed down by it and you feel like there's very little hope. Like you've already tried a lot of shit and it didn't work. And like, it's
the
like,
doctors might have been saying that shit to you too.
And
that's, you know
but that's part of it. Like if you want to change your belief systems, right? The easiest way to do that is to like look yourself in the mirror and say the same shit every day. And it's going to feel like bullshit, right? It's going to be like, I'm worthy of love.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Enforce it.
I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of love. And like, you know, and the you do it until your brain accepts the program.
Yeah.
Just like a computer. Our brain is just like a computer. It's just running whatever program.
Yes.
And so if the program we've been fed is doctor after doctor after doctor after doctor saying there's something wrong with you, you're sick, it'll never get better, there's nothing we can really do, you're good, and now there's this wrong with you, and now there's this wrong with you, and now there's this wrong with you, and you're accepting that as your truth, then just in the same way you're getting the program. You can program yourself. Other people can program you. You know what I mean? The pastor, the teacher, the doctor, the whoever.
My bad. She dropped another bar, y'all.
Yes.
And so yeah, like it makes total sense. You know, I got diagnosed like right after we opened the Hive, or
it was before that.
The first time.
Yeah.
But the second time was like right, or I don't know. Sometime. This year?
It was last year. It was October last. Not the one that just passed. But.
Okay, anyways. And the way, and you'll notice my language when I say this. Last year or whatever, whenever it was, the doctors told me that I had cervical cancer. Right? But you'll notice I'm not going to say I have cervical cancer or that I had cervical cancer or that I was diagnosed with cervical cancer. Like what happened is the doctor told me that I have cervical cancer. But I was like, no, what I have is actually some stagnant and unhealed sexual trauma. That's what I have. Okay. That's what I have to deal with.
Yes.
And I've been avoiding it for a while. I had been avoiding it for a while at that point.
Yes.
And so then I turned inward. Like they were like, you know, get the surgery, just like cut out half of your cervix. Like it's no big deal. You know, it's no big deal. There's minimal recovery time. Like sex will still be great for you afterwards. Don't worry about it. Like, let's just.
Yes.
And I was like, no. No, because I know what this is.
Yes.
I know what this stress is. I know what this stuck, stagnant energy is. You know, it's just a collection of stuck shit. Like that's what cancer is.
Yeah.
And what makes it worse? Stress. What makes it worse? Inflammation, you know. And so for me, like I didn't go like, oh God, like I have cancer and I'm dying. And like, I just like, and of course, like you feel through some of the feelings, like, it's like, I'm still a person, you know,
Yes.
Like I was like, oh shit, like, is it cancer? Like, is it this? But I had to like quiet myself enough to, and you'll hear me say this a lot, listen to my body.
Yes.
And what my body said was like, well, yeah, you got fucking issues in your womb space. Yeah, because you've had all the sexual trauma that happened, but then you're also carrying like all the pain and all the wisdom of the women who came before you. And you're also this like tapped in empathic being who's feeling all the pain of all the women right now. Cause like, it's still a fight for real.
And that energy carries over.
And I've been like not dealing with it. I've been not dealing with my own stuck energy. And so it has to manifest as something that says, pay attention.
Yes.
We got to have somebody tell us, oh, this is wrong with you, or that's what's wrong with you, for us to just even start to notice what our body is telling us.
Yeah. I think that's kind of why this year of 2024 has like, it's kind of showing me my life can become better. I'm kind of like getting out of the mindset of like, remember I told you a lot of the health issues I was telling y'all about of mine kind of started, well, got more severe after 2017. That was the same year they told me, I was told by 3 different doctors, we think you got colon cancer. Or all the stuff I was telling you I'm dealing with, when all those things start taking place years after the surgeries, that was 3. Like, I went to the emergency room at 2 different hospitals, my regular doctor, and I seen a specialist. So 4 different doctors told me, we think based off of all the things you got going on, you're coming down with colon cancer, or if this continues to be as severe as it is, you're definitely gonna have colon cancer. Or so my mind was kind of on that, like you said, like, damn, cancer, like, and then instantly thinking like, fuck, cancer run on both sides of my family.
Right.
Like, and now I'm thinking,
reinforcing it.
Yeah, now I'm thinking about all the worst
that,
things.
Right? Like, even hearing, like, when you were a child or young, like hearing people in your family say, like, cancer runs on both sides of our family.
Yeah.
Like, that's a program.
And it's like everybody's
like in there, kicking in there in the back of your mind.
Not like, I don't want to say everybody like kind of settles for it, but it's almost like they settle for it. Yeah, it's like,
accept
it. Yeah, we accept it. Yeah, it runs on the family. It's gonna happen. Like, damn, like, we ain't trying to do nothing different.
It takes a lot of courage to change that shit.
Yeah, so
to
I
face
think
that shit.
I think, and recently I've been like, my mind has been like my cousin Reese said, he glad I'm here talking to y'all, because he was one of the first people like, hey, get out your head about all that shit you got going on. It's stuff out here that can help you heal. And your mind's so focused on all the bad things they've been filling your head up with. You need to focus on, like, for one, you woke up another day. Yeah. So that's an opportunity to pursue and go out there and seek all the things that can potentially heal you. So I look at
gratitude is huge.
Yeah, I take that with me every day. Like, every day I wake up, I'm like, okay, it's another opportunity to go out there and find something, some way to improve my daily living or my health. And so, yeah, I've been trying to get out my head and focus more on my body. Yeah. And
I like to see where you're at in a year.
Me too, Alberto. Me too. Especially meeting individuals like yourself. Hell yeah, I like to see where I'm at in a year.
Straight up.
Because I like the way it's
because you said it was like when you were 15 or something, right? When it started getting bad, something was going on when you were 15.
I had my first spinal surgery when I was 15.
Okay.
And then after that first spinal surgery, then like I started to struggle with bowel and bladder movements, and I've always had issues struggling to breathe, and then it got harder to breathe.
Man, I can't even start going into what I want to go into. We're about to do a whole session. We're gonna be here for another 3 hours. We're gonna have to.
We got work to do. Cut the tapes.
Hey,
cut the tapes. We got things to do.
I didn't even realize we've been going 2 hours already.
Shit. Wow.
Damn.
Conversation been good.
All right. Well, let's address any comments.
Okay. Yeah. Let's
talk about us moving to downtown.
Yeah. Let's get into that. What's going on? Zaya been here with us, rolling.
Zaya, I love you, girl.
Zaya said I stopped eating pork in, I think, 2021, and after so long of not having it, just the smell of it makes me sick sometimes. Yes, Zaya, I agree. You should have seen how I felt when I smelled somebody cooking pork chops. And I used to love pork chops growing up. I walked in the kitchen like, what is that smell? Oh my God. And I was just not happy. I'm like, damn. Like,
I came from a whole family that ate like whatever too, you know, like Berto says he's Italian, but I also grew up eating like hot dogs and hamburgers and Kraft mac and cheese and like all that shit, you know? And like
Sean said, what about turkey?
I mean, everything in moderation again. And you know, if you can get it with, and maybe not even organic, but if you can get something that says like no added hormones, no antibiotics, even if it's not organic, is a better option. And I would say turkey is a cleaner option for your body than pork.
Okay.
Can't tell you that turkey bacon.
Oh, it's about bacon. That's why he asked turkey.
Oh, okay, turkey. Oh, man.
Okay. Turkey bacon is healthier for you than pork bacon.
I can't say that you'll be stoked about it or not, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, honestly, my coconut bacon, even though it's diabolical, is probably better than
It
turkey
looked like
bacon.
you wanted to say something else, Hunter, because you felt like it's healthier for you. Like, I ain't gonna go into the taste, but it's healthier for you for sure.
Yeah.
No, like, I was just thinking again that you would have to just look to see if there's anything written on it about added hormones and antibiotics.
I got something to say, I think, right now, because it's pretty present. Zion said something about, she used to do the pork and now she's not feeling it. I've had a similar experience, and I really want to speak on this right now, because when you clean your body up, when you clean your diet up, I used to drink a lot too. I used to drink a lot of alcohol.
Yes.
It was one of my addictions. You know what I mean? I used to eat a lot of meat. Ever since I've cleaned up my body and my mind and my spirit, it doesn't call to me. Even if like something smells like, ooh, I still do eat meat. Yeah. And I still do eat meat, cheese sometimes, but I tap in with my body, and sometimes my body afterwards is like, I don't know about that. Sometimes I feel like, I want to have a drink, you know what I mean? Or I want to have a couple of drinks. And sometimes it's great. And sometimes my body's like, no.
Reminding you why you left it in the first place.
Yeah, it really is. It's pretty amazing how if we do shift our diet to eating in a way, because again, this is the thing, you guys, I'm not even preaching veganism. Like, I'm really not even that vegan, to be honest. Like, I'm not that person. Like,
cheese still.
Sometimes I will. But what I mean is, like, just more than your diet, I just need y'all to be listening to your bodies.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, your body does tell you like what it likes and what it doesn't. And I'm not talking about your eyes when you see the food and you're like, damn, that looks good. You know what I mean? I'm talking about eating the food and then actually paying attention to how you feel. Like, you should not feel tired and like you got to go take a nap and like you got to like unbutton your pants and shit because your belly's bloated. Like, you shouldn't feel like that when you're eating food that's good for your body. Like, you should feel like you just fueled up. You know what I mean? Food is our fuel. Like, it's our energy source. And so,
damn, and growing up thinking you full, pants got to get unbuttoned, you think that was a successful meal.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Dinner was a success, about to go to sleep. Right.
Right. And like, I mean, sometimes it's also like grounding to eat food. So it does make you have that like cozy feeling, but in general, every meal shouldn't make you feel tired. Your belly should not be bloated after you eat. Like, even if your belly is full, it shouldn't be bloated. Like, that's not a normal physical response to eating food.
I didn't think it wasn't normal until like as an adult, because as an adult, like, I got shit to do. I got places to move around to, and it's like, yo, when I stop to eat, I'm tired and fatigued and want to go to sleep. I still got shit to do today. Like, I'm not trying to go to sleep right now. And then what they call it, that itis. You can get that itis.
Yeah, you get that itis.
And you ain't moving off that couch.
Got the itis.
Like, man, like, I'm sitting there, took a bite, and next thing I know, 4 hours later, my head like this, like, oh shit.
Right, which turkey actually contains tryptophan. Which is a compound that literally makes you sleepy.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's why everybody at Thanksgiving go to sleep after the turkey.
And Christmas. It was a lot of people.
And Christmas.
Turkey for Christmas too.
If you do turkey.
That's what fasting showed me too, is like,
you'd be feeling energized.
Like, you'd be surprised. You'd think that you'd not have any energy after not eating for a day, 2 days, 3 days. But I felt energized. I was gassed up. I was even doing some exercise. I would still work out a little bit and not eat. And I was really clear, really energized.
Yeah.
And it shows you like how much food do you really need. You know what I mean? It changes. It just changes your things. That experiences like that really change your perspective on things. It shows you, opens some new doors in your mind, which I think is always a beautiful thing.
Just practice listening to your body.
Listen to your body.
In all things,
Zaya said, I'll try with that. One. Mushrooms scare me.
Who thumbs down us?
I don't know.
That was Berto's hand just made a thumb.
What? Did I do that?
You know what? Live. That's just rude. That's just rude.
I don't know who's doing that.
No, nobody's doing that. It's literally like on the video. Look, me moving my hand or something is it just making.
Wow. You
pop
know
that
what?
bubble.
I'm glad. Okay, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that on like a couple episodes. And I'm like, somebody gotta hate at some point. And I'm like, wait, how is that? Because it usually
what
tells
Cat
me.
Williams says about haters.
Yeah, it usually
you got
tells
20
me.
of them motherfuckers. You need 40 of them.
Jeremiah says, where's that cacao at?
Yeah, because it usually tells me where the likes or dislikes are coming from. But every time I see that thumbs down, I can't find out where it's coming from. So
I got all the cacao, you guys.
I know, it's like I feel like I want to go grab.
And I don't know if
talk about some of the things that
Jeremiah sent the prayer hands.
I don't know if
Zaya said, "I love you too, Hunter."
Meow.
And so, yeah, Jeremiah said, "Hunter, where's that? Where's how you pronounce it? Cacao. That cacao powder. Laugh out loud.
You know I got it, boo. You know I got the cacao.
Was that what y'all was telling me? Y'all had something for me?
I'm gonna bring it over here just so you can
see. Yeah,
I'm gonna try it on camera.
We're gonna have to make. Well, Alberto could make you a cup, I guess, right now. He could go make you a cup.
Okay. Oh, just oh, you good?
Like Berto, look at me.
She said, "Look, that's a
just like that. That's how you put the mic on there." No, but cacao is a plant medicine, and it's a sacred plant medicine used by the Mayan and Aztec and Inca people, like for a long time. This shit is on like cave drawings and all sorts of stuff. But what it is like the most raw form. You can't even really tell on here, but it's like the most raw form of chocolate. It's unmessed with chocolate. And all of our chocolate, what we're used to is they separate out the cacao butter or the cocoa butter, right? We all know it as cocoa or cocoa butter. But the plant is actually called cacao, not cocoa. And what we all know as cocoa is, yes, from the same plant, but what they do is they separate out all the cacao butter. And the cacao butter is what has all of the medicinal benefits. So when we separate it out and we have our cocoa powder that we put in everything, and people say chocolate's a superfood, but it's not when it's not properly.
I didn't smell no chocolate in so long. I've been trying to avoid any chocolate for years.
Yeah, this is good stuff. And so this contains tons of magnesium, calcium, iron, copper, like all these amazing things that we need. But it also is a heart opener.
Okay.
In the metaphysical, but in the physical, it's a cardiovascular stimulant. So instead of being a mental stimulant like coffee, it stimulates our heart. So it helps our heart literally do its job easier. So if you have high blood pressure, you know what I mean? This helps your heart do its job a little bit easier. But in the metaphysical, so it's perfect for any kind of healing or yoga or practice, meditation. It's a beautiful support. To have a cup of this, and we prepare it just like hot cocoa, water, cacao, and honey, or whatever sweetener you want.
I ain't had no hot cocoa in a long.
Yeah, go make one. And so,
hey, we here with the Hive. I'm down to try it.
And it's it also contains a anandamide, which is the bliss molecule. So it has this really energizing, like uplifting, like lovey, like how they talk about chocolate, like it's an aphrodisiac, it's a superfood, it's all these things. But when it's in this form, when you're getting really the whole plant, you work with Flower of Life, right?
Yes.
Like we're talking full, what is it? What's the cannabis terms?
Honey? Yeah, bring it on. Honey's
like
good
full
for you.
spectrum or full whatever the word is for cannabis stuff. You know what I mean? You're getting the whole plant.
Okay.
This isn't distillate. You know what I'm saying? All our chocolate in the U.S., it's like chocolate distillate. It's bullshit. You know what I mean? It's cut with coconut oil or butter or milk fat or whatever. But like
this is pure.
This is the pure shit. This is the crystals right here. This is the This is the sauce.
That
you know
pure
what I mean?
Shit. What he say in American Gangster? Like Pepsi, it's a brand name.
And it's
good as fuck.
We order this stuff from Peru.
Like, Jeremiah said it's good as fuck. Soothing and bougie.
Period. That's my boo, Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, what's good, Jeremiah? Jeremiah gonna be on Much to Discuss on too, y'all.
I know he's out here like
2025 is going
like
down.
Why didn't I already book my next session so I can get another cup of that cacao?
Hey, Jeremiah, I'm about to get a cup of that cacao now. You ain't about to be the only one off that cacao. See.
Yeah, I mean it's also something, right? Like I always
Berto over there whipping it up. I see you, Berto.
He whipping it up. And it's something I always give all my clients too. Like if we're gonna before we do a session, we sit and have a cup of cacao.
Okay.
Unless they really don't want it, or you know what I mean, whatever. But most people are like a cup of chocolate. Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
I mean, is it chocolate? Because yes.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
I'm down. What's going on? I appreciate everybody tuning in, tapping in while we live.
So fun.
For real. I knew this was gonna be fun. So anytime we talk about healing, it got to be fun. Healing and uplifting. I love chocolate. Zaya wants some cacao.
I'll make you a cup.
I'll
make you a cup real soon. So let's talk for a second about what's coming up for the Hive.
Yeah, what is coming up with the Hive?
Because y'all, I'm not going to get into the drama, but I'm just going to tell you that this has not been as easy as
when you in business.
We have made it look. You know what I'm saying? We made it look like we just having a good old time over here, but there has been some other energies at work. You know what I mean? And I touched on this a little bit earlier that I knew when I started this, I was going to get some pushback. And that's just how it is.
Top notch running things.
Yeah, like that's how it is. And it's also how it is, like just the balance of things. Like if you bring big light, like big dark is the balance of that, and there's always going to be energies and people who want to like dim your light. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
you start to shine. There's always going to be some people who want to dim your light because they don't know how to shine like you, and that bothers them. And they might not be that conscious of it even. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's like, for me, like that's the kind of spiritual warfare we're in for real. Yeah. Thumbs down on spiritual warfare.
Yeah. How do you do that?
I don't know. I didn't mean to. It just
thumbs
happened.
Down. Can I do it?
The universe was like, fuck that. All right. But, so it's been hard, and there's been a lot of stuff making it difficult for us to just vibe like we want to vibe and be just, able to move how we want to in this space.
Yeah. And
so much good has happened despite there being a lot of difficulties throughout the process. It's been so good still. And so, I announced like maybe a week ago or something that the Hive is.
Hey.
Okay. Might be if it's too hot.
Yeah.
I like this. The Hive. I thought it was actually spilling over. That's just how the cup is made.
That's the cup.
Oh wow! Look at this. This is a nice cup, y'all. You see that?
My honey jars.
Yeah, like I've been drinking. Look, I've been drinking with Winnie the Pooh. Yeah. Let me get that. I like this cup. Yeah, presentation is everything.
Yeah,
and you know what? I'm anemic, and like I'm always cold. This cup in my hand.
I know it's the coziest cup.
This feels so great holding right now, because like, man, my hand's been cold all day, and like this feels so great.
That's service right there.
Okay, I like that.
So
I need to wait for it to cool down a little bit.
I mean, if you feel good,
let me take a slow sip.
Take a slow sip.
I don't want to burn my chest. Oh, it smells so good. I'm trying to drink and I smell like, oh my god.
Yeah, and so yeah, part of the experience too is like using all the senses, right? Because it really is a sacred plant medicine. And this is harvested by people in Peru and laid out in the sun. And that's like the only heat it ever gets. It's not roasted or anything. So it doesn't lose any of its properties.
Tastes good.
And it can help us do so much spiritual work like any other plant medicines, like cannabis, like mushrooms, right?
Okay.
Like psilocybin specifically, and all these other like psychedelic plant medicines that have been, they've really been studying how they've been helping people. And this is another plant medicine just like those, but it's very gentle, like so gentle. Like a kid can drink this, you know?
Okay. Crazy how easy we can make it look despite all that goes on behind the scenes. Mad props.
Period, girl.
Mad props.
It's queen shit from a queen to a queen, girl.
Hey, Zaya, no, it's a lot be going on behind the scenes.
Yep.
For you to like you continue, y'all both continue to smile, promote the business.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know it was so much good, like, but hey, you still you stick to the mission.
Yeah.
I mean, stick to the mission.
Yeah. And I didn't come here to do I came here to do a lot of things, but none of it was staying stuck in a space where I'm not valued.
It's a good job.
Where I'm not wanted, and where the sacredness of what I'm doing is not respected.
Yes.
And that has been the situation that I've been in since before I even opened.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't been talking about it because I'm not here for all this drama. I'm not here to give all the attention that this person wanted from me or from whatever.
Drama loves attention.
I'm not about to do that. So I've just kept walking, and I'm like, damn, if I can do all this while people are really fucking with me, imagine what I can do when nobody's fucking with me, you know? And so anyways, that just basically leads me to we're moving downtown.
Hey,
we're moving downtown.
We're moving on up.
It's gonna be a game changer.
You know, which is so important to me. Like, I never really wanted our I mean, first of all, this location is so stunning. Like, I love it in here. I have it's straight out of my dreams, the design that came to life in here, you know. But I designed it, so I know I can do it again.
That's right.
And I learned a lot, so I know I can do it better.
I too.
That's right.
I too. I love it.
And this was never, I said from the very beginning, this was never going to be the permanent location. I kept saying, and I might have manifested, you know what I'm saying, it speeding up the process on accident. You got to be careful what you put out there, because from the beginning, I kept saying, like, this is just the first hive I'm going to build. This is just the first one.
Zaya said, that's dope. Are you keeping the same setup once you relocate?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be the same
essence.
You know, it's still going to be me. It's going to be me.
Yeah.
Putting the things that I feel inside of me out here. The couch will be there. Do not worry.
Will still be there.
The comfy couch will be there. All of our amazing plants and pillows and sacred altar items and stuff like that will be there. The gong will be there.
The gong will be there.
Yeah, you know, it'll be a very similar vibe, but even better, you know. And so
said, I was wondering about that couch for sure.
Like, I was needing to know about that couch.
Hey, that was one of the first things I asked. We all still had a couch.
The couch isn't not going anywhere. This is such a central part of our whole vibe, honestly. Like, all the events end up in some way using this space over here. Just be cozier as the performance space or whatever.
The space is definitely a vibe. Let me turn the camera. You see that hand over there? Yeah, I gotta get a hand to some camera time.
Yep, and a little Mary over there, little Mare Bear over on our feminine altar.
I'll be over there. I'll be in the hand. It's the only time I'll sit in someone's hand. Cause it's
beheld. TM.
I can get this thing right.
Yeah,
look at that.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, he's on it.
Watch what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be over here scrolling the comments. We're gonna switch roles.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I always knew that this wasn't gonna be like the final location. It just like fell into place. Like, it's weird that it went so sideways, but that's just like how the universe is. You know what I mean? The universe was like, here's this thing you weren't trying to do, because I wasn't really trying to build a healing center.
What was your goals originally?
To move to the jungle and stay there.
Yeah.
She has also been talking about building a healing center for like 3 years. So
yeah, like I did.
She
like I definitely knew that I was going to build a healing center in my life.
Yeah.
But I was not at all trying to do it at this time. At the time when this came about. Like, I didn't have money saved to do this. We didn't have an investor. We didn't have, you know what I mean? Like, there was a lot of things about it that was like, why is this happening right now? You know? But I did it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm still admiring the cup, y'all. This is nice.
But I just did it, you know, like with my whole heart, and it just unfolded. It just like unfolded really weirdly and really magically and really fast. I mean, it was really fast.
Ain't it crazy how soon as you like decide to take that next step with everything
unfolds.
Everything.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Right. And so even to the point that then it was like a bunch of drama and a bunch of like people interrupting our sessions and moving into our space and like all sorts of like just crazy, like things you would never expect to happen.
Fucking chaos.
In a rental situation. And then you know, and then it was like I had to really grieve, like, oh my God, like I dreamed this thing and then I did it and now I'm losing it, and like you know. And then I had to like drop into like another Shay Cobb quote is coming right now.
Hey, Fire Sis.
That's my girl, Fire Sis. Like, but she said to me one day, like, don't you know that when the queen bee leaves the hive,
tell them what happened when the queen bee leave the hive.
all the bees follow.
All of them.
And I was like, shoot, girl, I needed to hear that. Because for real, like this is like my vision and my heart outside of my body. And like, I didn't do it alone. And like so many people helped me, you know what I mean? But I've been carrying this vision a long time. I've been part of the Flint community a long time. I've wanted to see healing happen here. I love Flint. Like, I love the people here. I love the heart and the grit and all of it.
Yeah.
You know, and we deserve nice things.
Hell yeah.
Remember somebody was telling me about you like over a year ago, I think, almost 2 years ago. Somebody wanted me to come. Was it you were doing it? You've been doing it here lately. I forgot which session.
Men's group. King's Collective.
Outside. I think at first, somebody had invited me to that. I didn't make it out, but then I seen you guys what you were doing here, and I invited like the same person. Like, let's go out to one of these. Like, fool, that's what I invited you to a year ago. It's like with the same person. It's like his name Alberto. Like, oh, shit. I'm like, well, I know him now.
Well, I know him now, and I'm going.
Let's go do it.
Yeah, you know. So really, we're moving downtown.
I'm excited,
and I'm out of the grief phase. I've been out of the grief phase for a while, and I'm back on my queen.
Moving downtown,
yeah, like I'm back on my queen bee shit. Like, you know what? I'm not losing nothing. I'm getting an opportunity to build it all again.
Well, talk to us, Queen.
To do it even better.
What's the benefits of this upcoming move downtown? What are you looking forward to with moving downtown?
Oh, so many things. I mean, first of all, being more involved with all the great like downtown events and like art walk and the artists and the galleries and the, you know, just like being connected with the community more, and most importantly being accessible. Like, I want people to walk to me, to bus to me, to however they got to get there. You know, the nearest bus stop to here is 8 miles away, which makes this place not accessible. And that's not why I did this. Like, I didn't do this shit for Flint to not have access to it. And even if you have a car, like, this is kind of a drive out here. Like, if your car isn't super reliable, like, you still might not feel great coming out here. Like, it's not that far, y'all.
It's not that far.
Just for
15 minutes is not
just
that
for the
far.
record, it's not that far. But also, I do get it, you know. And if you don't have a vehicle, then for sure, you know, it's hard. It's like almost impossible to get here unless you get a ride.
And depending on what you got going on, it could be easy talking yourself out of taking those trips. If it ain't like around the corner, some people be like, I don't know, fuck it. Maybe next time.
So like, I'm really excited about being accessible to the community. Like, I am not doing this shit to like get rich. You know what I mean? To be honest, we're making less money than we're paying out. For real. Okay. We're charging $10 for shit that in any other place
It'd be $40.
Would be
easy.
At least, $40 a ticket, because like I'm not doing this to get rich off of Flint. I'm doing this because I genuinely want to see Flint heal. I genuinely want to see a community of people healing that are for real Black and brown people. I want to see Black and brown teachers. I want to see Black and brown spiritual leaders. I want to see Black and brown people like healing. I want to see that shit become a normal part of our culture, that we're vulnerable with each other, that we know how to connect, that we know how to deal with our feelings. We feel them, and we honor them in each other.
Feel your feelings.
Feel your feelings.
Hell yeah.
Like, I want to shift the culture here, really. If y'all will join me in it, you know what I mean? I'm trying to shift our culture to one that feels just like a little more kind for us all, a little more safe for us all, a little more like you're not alone for real. Like, you're not, and you don't have to go all the way to Detroit or all the way to wherever, to just have access to something new, to another way, to try something new that maybe you haven't tried before. And what I mean is like something new in the process of your healing. Like, maybe you haven't came at it from this angle. Maybe you haven't, tapped into like certain aspects of all this stuff. And so I'm happy to be in a space where like anybody can come. Really, anybody can come. It's like accessible. It's easy to get there. If you're already downtown, you can come around the corner and catch one of our events after, or like come to a morning event and go have lunch or whatever,
That's what's been convenient for some of the other events I've attended. Yeah. There's been a lot of them in the downtown area. And even days I'm not feeling well, like I'm from downtown, I'm
right
6 to 8 minutes away from everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty central.
And like coming out here, I think from my house to here, I think it's 20 minutes. But like me from downtown, it was like at max 8 minutes before I get to anywhere downtown.
Right.
So it's like,
for sure.
I'm only a few minutes away.
And it makes a difference, and there's a lot of cool organizations and groups, doing stuff that's all connecting all the stuff downtown. And a lot of people that like run those things like the What's Up Downtown project and stuff like that are friends of ours, with Jaron Sage. And,
shout out to What's Up Downtown.
Yeah. Shout out to Jaron Sage.
Shout out to Jaron.
And I'm excited about more collaboration. Like, I'm excited about just more collaboration with different artists and musicians. As you know, we're working on some things. And also with different like teachers and practitioners. And I have like really amazing people in my network from all over the world. Like, we never did get into the story because maybe it's for another day, but of like what's happened since I was 16. Like, I've traveled all over the world for real, sitting with elders and ones that are like very traditionally trained in some ancient rooted shit, Oh, and like some of those people want to come here to Flint to like share their wisdom and to just love on Flint, and like I have people that I want to bring from Jamaica, from New York, from Mexico, from Spain.
Yeah.
And I think I'm leaving out a couple.
I want to come through.
That's why, like, my first time experiencing what you guys offer at Ashley Kaylee's event you guys threw over the summer. I told you guys then at the end of it, like, I mean, outside of the location base, like with everything you bringing to us with the Hive, I don't see this going nowhere no time soon. Like,
no, it's only gonna get better.
We really need a place of healing like this. Like, and then it's only a matter of time before everybody get hip to everything you're doing. So it's only a matter of time.
Yeah,
you guys have been.
It's going slow, but I knew that it would, and I know that it. Shit's gonna pop off when we get downtown. I know it.
Oh, it is.
I just know it. Like, people are talking. And people are talking in a good way. There's some people talking in what kind of way. And there's a lot of people talking really good about it.
And just like
there's a lot
said,
of people coming up to me and like just thanking me, like, thank you, we needed this. And they've never even been here.
Yeah.
But they're watching.
Yeah.
There's people coming up to me like, we heard you're moving downtown. We can't fucking wait. We're down here all the time, and we can't wait for your place to be it. You know what I mean?
You ain't gotta
no more excuses.
You ain't gotta come to the Hive. The Hive will come to you.
We're coming to you.
The Hive is
We're bringing it to you. And so in touching on the collaboration, you know, so we're moving out in the next week, basically. We're going to be packing everything up here and moving. So also, if any of you, you know, have hands to help or whatever, like send us a message if you want to help us move, and we'll, you know, feed you chocolate and have some dope music kicking through the speakers at least, you know.
They know how to create a vibe, y'all.
Like, we'll be vibing, like it's packing but vibes. Okay.
Like, for real.
And you know, like have one last dance party in here or some shit, you know what I mean? We got to do something fun. But yeah, so we're gonna send this place off, and then on January 10th we are reopening downtown next door to the Capitol Theater in what used to be the Shift clothing boutique, and is becoming right now, I think they just put the sign up today. A friend of ours, Kara Dahlberg, is a massage therapist, and she just opened a massage studio called 81 Ohm. Like Ohm, right? 81 Ohm. And we are actually going to be in collaboration with and sharing space. She is sharing her space with us while we figure out our next move, because
shout out to you.
That's, you know, that's another thing like the Hive is about, for real. Like, is us all like supporting each other and taking care of each other. You know what I mean? We all got to do our part and hold each other up. Yes. And Kara and her husband were actually clients of ours.
Hey, okay.
Some years ago, and then like, you know, here it comes like this time, and for some reason, you know, I reached
for what type of services? Because you guys do a lot. When they were clients of yours, where were they coming to see you for?
We were in the relationship space.
Okay.
Yep, in the relationship space.
I gotta ask because you guys provide a lot.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Ain't no telling what it was. Like,
yeah, yep. We were working on some relationship stuff and just some individual healing stuff too. But that was some years ago, and then like fast forward, like they're doing great, and they're opening this new spot in downtown, and like right then is when I found out that I had to move out of here. And I talked to her one day, and I told her, and she was like, well, this is perfect because I'm only going to be in my spot like early in the day, and most of the stuff you guys do is in the evening. So like you can just use my space.
Okay. That's what I'm
like as soon as I gave into, as soon as I felt my feelings. Okay. I felt my grief, and I felt the anger, and I felt all the fuck, this isn't fair. And like, why? And like all of that, like I felt all that. And then I shifted into like, you know what? I did not come here for this to just like, what? Like I shut this down and then that's just fucking it.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, woe is me and it's over. Like that's just like not how the universe.
We ain't doing that.
That's not how the universe do me, to be honest. It's just not how it happens, you know? And so then I shifted into like, okay, this is obviously falling apart because what? Something better is going to happen. Okay. And so as soon as I decided that, like something better is going to happen, it was like all these things started happening easy. Kara was on the phone with me, and like we're friends. So we were just talking, and she's like, well, perfect. I'm opening a space and you can use it too. And the next thing you know, like there's somebody talking to us who has a building. And then the next thing you know, we're talking to somebody else who has a building that we are in the process of acquiring right now.
Hey.
And so like we're going to be inside of 810 and with Kara in collaboration with her for some amount of time. And then as we prepare like the permanent home of the Hive. And it is also, I don't want to disclose too much, but it's also just right outside of downtown. It's like really, it's like 30 seconds from downtown.
Okay.
So yeah, and it's just going to give us even more opportunity. This building is like really special, and it's going to give us just even more opportunity for other people to be able to operate their businesses outside, like outside of the hive, being able to operate their businesses within the hive, right? But not necessarily as the hive, like as their own business. There's a lot more spaces, you know what I mean? Like there's a podcast studio with your name on it in the building.
That's what I'm thinking.
You know,
spoiler warning.
Spoiler alert. So January 10th will be in our temporary spot. It's right next to Capitol Theater in that same building, literally next door. And January 10th, we are going to have a drum circle at 6 p.m. Well, first of all, January 10th is 810's grand opening.
Yep. Hey, so come out.
Ribbon cutting at 11 a.m.
January 10th.
Chair massages, juicy local vendors, all sorts of good stuff to check out until 5 p.m. And then when their grand opening is done at 5, we're kind of doing the takeover. And at 6 p.m., we're going to have a drum circle for the first half of our vibe. And then Chris and the Alpha Drew himself.
What up, Drew?
And Kanan
McGee.
And whoever else comes through, we're gonna have some live music. We're gonna have kind of a vibe between open mic and jam, poetry and music. It's always a vibe at the Hive. It's always a vibe of creativity and collaboration. Like, it's always artists doing shit you've never seen them do anywhere else. It's always artists deciding to do something new with somebody they haven't tried it with before.
Yep. Chris the Boss will be there.
Hey. Yeah.
Much to discuss will be there.
And we'll all be there, and yeah. So it's also Art Walk. So January 10th, Art Walk from 6 to 9 in 810. You know what? The thumbs down came up during that. I can't talk with my hands. It's making the thumbs up down come. January 10th, inside of 810, 6 to 9. We'll be drumming and making music and just having a generally good time. So come just hang out with us and come celebrate our move with us. It's going to be lit. It's always a good time. And Art Walk's already a good time. And we're excited to get to participate in that. Because we're way too far from there to get to participate in Art Walk over here. So,
and y'all know during the Art Walk, people go be looking for some attractions down there. So Hive Holistic.
They're going to feel it, I think, on this one.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
It's a good day too. During Art Walk, I think, that's perfect.
Yep, 6 to 9, we'll be hanging out. We'll have Drew hosting. We'll have some poetry. We'll have some music.
Hey,
we'll have some drumming. We gonna
come rock out.
It's a good time. So, yeah, and then
I'm looking forward to
that's it. And we'll be keeping. We will definitely be keeping everybody, updated as we make the next moves.
Zaya said, "Oh my God, the hand chair." That's something.
Why do I feel like Zaya is my soulmate, and I didn't know until now? I mean, I kind of already knew, but
Zaya is amazing. You got to meet her.
I have met her.
Oh no, you have. Oh my God,
hugged her and everything.
Yeah, I forgot y'all got.
So don't forget me when you're more famous than me, girl. Remember that we hugged one time.
That's something I need to take a nap on. Hey, it is comfortable. It is comfortable. That's the only time y'all will see me sitting in someone's hand.
Yes, come through and do some poetry. We would love that.
Congratulations to you guys. Excited to see what's next for the Hive. I'll come through and do some poetry. Oh yeah, Zaya will come bless.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
come through.
Yeah, girl.
Yes,
we'd love to see
Hunter,
you.
literally since we met. Hey, I know that's right.
Vibes.
Yeah, drink from one of the honey pots.
Mm.
What do you think?
It's gone pretty much.
I
don't think he thought about it that much. He just put it in there.
Good. That's good.
Yeah, I was like the first sip was hot.
Yeah,
it was hot as hell. But once I got past that first sip, oh man, it's almost gone. Like, I think it's because I haven't had anything with a chocolate taste to it in so long.
Yeah.
It's like,
right.
I don't know, whatever you put in here, I feel like my body was missing it. Or, it's
I
like,
felt like that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I felt like that was gonna happen.
Because my body accepted everything right away.
Hell yes.
And then like sometimes my listening to your body. Sometimes if I taste something, my body you know right away, like,
yeah,
oh, yeah.
No, we not doing
I
this.
knew it was gonna when you smelled it and your body was like, oh, that smells good.
That's another thing
like,
too.
I knew
Usually stuff I eat or drink and I smell it, and if it got like a bad stench to it, or if it's a smell I just can't handle, oh no, I'm not. I wouldn't have got halfway through this already, and I'm almost ready to.
You're cruising through that.
Yeah,
I'm almost ready to treat this like a little bit of.
We were like,
a little bit of, I don't know if you want to hear this, Alberto, but I'm about ready to treat this like a little bit of tequila left in this month. Like,
you go ahead.
Hey, I love tequila.
Throw it.
I'm the one who would be upset about that, not Berto.
Just throw it back.
Just so you know the difference between the two of us.
Oh, okay. Well, I know.
The one that's gonna love your tequila shot joke is Berto.
Okay.
The one that it's gonna fall flat on is me. I can have a good time. I'm not gonna shame you, but.
Well, I know Alberto mentioned like his life experience and his journey getting away from alcohol. Yeah. That's something I don't think you want to hear this.
Oh.
I'm not trying to bring him back into that world.
Oh,
but
no.
He's all right.
I think I know when I'm in a good spot with something when like you know what I mean. It's like I'll still talk. I'll be hanging out with people drinking and shit. Still, like, I'm cool. I will still do the things, but like. It doesn't control me. You know what I mean? It doesn't make the decisions for me or like, alter my perspective on things, So
yeah, I wouldn't say he like struggles in any way with alcohol at this point. Like, I mean,
that's dope.
It's not.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And we drink like Berto is Italian.
So
and his family makes a wine.
We do the wine.
Hey.
And it's the best wine ever. And it doesn't have a label on it. And they don't add any bullshit. It's actually organic.
Yeah. So I'm enjoying a glass of wine.
So we enjoy a glass of wine here and there,
Okay.
Life is meant to be.
We do it really, we do our drinking very European. Like we're like having a glass of wine or two with our dinner. It's not like it's certainly not like going out and it's not going out
and a handle of Jim Beam. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It's not that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I was never a drinker, really much. Like I had some young.
She gone.
I had some young crazy partying days, but alcohol was never really my thing. It was always cannabis, but like I'm also
now you're speaking my language.
Yeah. But I think also like I don't know if astrology has anything to do with it, but it's funny now that I'm thinking about it, because like you're a fire sign and like alcohol is like really fiery, like like Native Americans call it like fire. Water.
Fire water. Hey, Kanye got a song called Fire Water. Kanye, you go perform that?
And it burns, it burns like it's hot, it's fiery.
Yeah, it is fiery.
It warms up your body, like all that, right? Yep. And he's a fire sign, but like me, I'm an earth sign.
Okay.
And I've always, like really always had a tendency to
what's the
like
fire sign?
He's a Leo.
I'm a Leo.
Leo, and yours is?
I'm a Virgo.
Virgo. Okay.
Yep, and
so y'all birthdays ain't too far apart from each other.
No.
My birthday's
less than a month. Oh
no,
2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't know when my birthday is. We're married.
Scratch that from the records.
I'm kidding. He knows when my birthday is. My birthday's in September, and his is in July.
Yeah, but it is the next one. You know what I mean? But you're close. You're almost
right. Leo and Virgo are the two. They're next to each other. The signs.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris the Boss will be here with Hive Holistic, Hunter and Alberto, January 24th as well. Yeah.
You guys, he's all loved up and fuzzy on the chocolate.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? I'm ready to put on some chapstick.
Yeah.
Kick back on this couch.
This couch looking good.
Make your heart all warm.
Yeah,
and open.
Man,
this has been
we've been here, man. We should. Is that the time right on that?
So fun and so good, and maybe the longest much to discuss ever on record.
Hey, it is. Hey, you know what? they go come back for a part 2, maybe part 3.
Yeah,
you know,
we might have to do an individual one. You know what I mean? One Hunter, one me. We'll come back.
Yeah,
you know
I like that. I like that.
We need one with Fire on here as well. I thought that.
Fire said she was gonna crash. I was at Fire's house before I came here, and she's like, "What are you even doing?" I'm about to. She's like, "What are you even doing?" I'm like, "I'm not sure, honestly. Like, I'm just going. Chris is doing whatever he's doing, and I'm just showing up because I trust him like that." And then she's like, "I'm about to come crash this podcast," and I'm like, "Can you not, please?"
I would have just.
I said,
once you told her y'all was doing it with me, I'm surprised she didn't come crash it.
She was gonna.
Fire.
She was gonna.
She's more than welcome.
Yeah, but I told her I already don't know what to expect, and my Virgo Earth sign ass likes a plan. Yes. Okay, and so I'm already going into something without a plan. Really, like the plan is you're here, but I don't know what we're talking about or what, right? Like, so I'm like, I can't have you show up in the middle of it and like throw the plan off again.
Do y'all know? I didn't know.
We got to organize ahead of time.
Outside of that,
burn the plan down.
Yeah,
let's spice things
that is
up
what you do. That is what you do.
Let's spice it up.
Outside of the very first question I asked you guys, I didn't know what questions I was going to ask y'all tonight. I've been doing that with a lot of guests. It's been working out for me.
I think so.
It's way better that way.
I've been just going in like,
because they come, you know what I mean? They just come.
Yeah.
That's that trusting your intuition, you know?
Yeah, and I like to display how well I really enjoy listening to people. Mm-hmm. So like the more I'm showing I'm listening to you, I display that by like I come up with questions based off of what you're telling me.
Right.
So I can keep like that's why it's so easy to go long. The more you tell me, the more you go into detail. Especially when you going like earlier, you was like, I don't want to go in too much. I can talk about this. Hey, keep going because you're giving me more questions to ask. So it makes it so much easier for me. The more detail y'all go into, the more y'all go in depth about y'all stories, y'all journeys. I come up with like way more. It's like me smiling the whole time. I'm thinking of like another 2 hours worth of conversation. It's yeah. So it's like, but we gonna I ain't gonna do the people
catch
like
us in the new Hive podcast.
I was already late showing up just to get this started. I was already late showing up just to get this started. So I ain't gonna do them like that. Keep them all night and shit. We'll say that for the Hive Holistic after hours.
Yeah,
I like it.
Love that. So meet us January 10th.
Yeah,
January 10th
inside of 810 Massage and Co. Right next door to Capitol Theater. You'll be able to see us through the windows. So just 6 to 9.
Mm-hmm.
Capitol Theater right next door.
Yep.
Come get you a cup.
We call it cups of love.
Cup of love. Come get you a cup of love.
For real.
Come get you a cup of love. Make sure
and come get a snug from me because I'm gonna probably hug you unless you really don't want one. But
yes, and you're gonna remember a hug from Hunter forever. You saw what Fifi said earlier. Yeah. I really appreciate you all.
We appreciate you.
We're gonna be doing some podcasting with the next show that I have scheduled with you guys. We're gonna implement a little bit of this talk show life into the vibes.
We're here for it.
Probably sit down with you guys during that as well.
Yeah.
And then
we can take some Q&A from the audience, which it's kind of funny because y'all kind of set us up for that vibe anyway, because y'all are out here asking questions in the comment section.
Right, I love that.
And that's another thing too. Sometimes I never know exactly like who's all going to be in the comments because sometimes the comment section will be booming, sometimes it's not. So I try to stay ready for like either interacting with everybody with the comments and questions, or if nobody comments at all, I'm still gonna be ready to have a good conversation. And then we did a little bit of both, interacted with the comments and held this conversation down. A lot of people are interested and looking forward to more of your practices and learning more from you guys. I can tell just off of this conversation alone. So yes, we're looking forward to having Hive Holistic, Alberto and Hunter in our lives moving forward. You guys aren't going anywhere.
No.
We may relocate.
Can't get rid of us.
May relocate, but we're like Shay said, like Fire said, when you can move the queen. What was the quote?
When the queen bee moves,
the hive will follow.
That's right.
The hive will follow. That is true. Anything else you want to say before we close out, you guys?
I just like genuinely love you and everybody that was with us today, and whoever watches this and listens. Yeah, there we go. And I just really look forward to sharing more and to becoming, just more and more a part of the community, and getting to hold space for as many of your hearts as those of you will let me. And
wow.
We appreciate you.
Love you. Bye.
That's pretty much that's what I had. I just I second all that, I think, and I want to thank you so much for giving us the platform to speak and share our stories and all that good stuff. We really appreciate you, man. I knew when I met you that we were gonna do some good stuff together. So
yeah, it's an honor, man. It's an honor. Let's keep this going. Let's keep this going. We got way more life experiences with each other to encounter.
Just getting started.
Just getting started. I like that.
It's just starting. Really. This is just the beginning.
You made a post earlier today talking about a little bit of your history.
Yeah.
I didn't even tap into all that.
Oh,
so we'll trust me, it's more to talk about.
Oh, there's lots more to talk about.
I had more questions. I didn't write them down, but I do a little research, and I kind of know what I want to speak on a little bit. So yeah, we got more to talk about, more to discuss.
Hey, we got
Alberto. Have a good night, everybody.
From Hive Holistic. Have a good night. Catch y'all later.
Ciao.
Have a great night, says Zaya. We appreciate you, Zaya. Love you.
Love you, sis.
Billionaire boss, baby. And here, we're about to do the thing, Zaya. We're about to do the thing.
We're doing it. Hit the button.
Once again, we'd like to thank the world for tuning in. Follow our guests. Find the link in the description. Please comment down below. Leave your honest thoughts. Let me know if you like or dislike Chris the Boss. It's a vibe. Topics expanded worldwide. Tap the bell. Hit subscribe. You'll be notified. On the journey, close your eyes. Create your own ride. Much to discuss. The rest is on us. Hope you enjoyed the show. Soon we'll be back for more. Hope you enjoyed the show. Pretty soon we'll be back for more. Be fair, take care. Less stress, stay blessed.